Damn.
That was cool.
Joe Satriani, man, on the guitar.
Joe ripping it a new one.
When he starts playing the organ part,
Yeah, that's cool.
that's like so freaking awesome. Yeah, hey everybody, welcome to the second edition of Guitar Planet. Tonight we're gonna have Guitar Hack have some Tim Hortons coffee while we talk about summer NAMM, mini NAMM, tiny NAMM. It's been called a lot of different names, micro NAMM, but there was a few new things that came out, a few tasty new pieces of gear we thought we would have a look at tonight. So a little bit of a long intro. We thought we'd give everybody a chance to get in real quick. So we'll vamp for another few minutes here and check in, see how everybody's doing. How about you, Dave? What's up with you since the last time we talked to you?
Not a lot.
Same difference. Did it rain in the desert? I heard you guys had some rain.
Yep, it has rained a little bit. We're supposed to get some more at monsoon season, so we're actually getting some monsoons, which has been kind of nice. It's kept the temperature down-ish, but the humidity up. So
Does this mean you have to cut the grass when it rains?
Grass.
The hell is that?
What's grass?
He just rakes the sand. That's all he does. It's his yard work. He just rakes the sand, repositions the rocks.
That's pretty much it.
How about you, Six String Brian? You're up there in the Great White North. Is it winter yet, or are you guys still hanging on to summer?
Still hanging on
You're
tight.
still clawing on to summer as long as possible.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's raining here this week.
You're
days.
you're getting the same monsoons that Dave's getting.
Yeah. But that's all right.
Probably
need a
not.
little rain. Need a little rain, but it's all good. I'm on vacation this week and next week, so
Nice.
do some fun stuff. And when it rains, I just sit in my studio and play with my guitars and record and do some of that stuff. And when it's nice out, I go play with the motorcycles and the side by side or whatever it is that I can do out there in the nice nature.
Now what's been getting more airtime, the side by side or the BMW motorcycles?
It's like a split shift on. It's either Saturday we do one and Sunday we do the other, or whatever, which way around. The side by side you can do when it rains or when it's cold or when it's hot. It doesn't matter because it's covered and it's got air conditioning and it's got heat and all that stuff.
Air conditioning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's not outside. That's in a car, man.
It's got a radio. It's got everything. I'm just riding in style in that thing.
I don't even think my first car had air conditioning or heat.
It's the pretentious side by side.
Yeah.
Yes, the pretentious side
You'd
by
expect
side. That's what
nothing
it
else.
is. Well, Guitar Hack, you look like you might have been laying out in the sun. Are you?
I don't have to lay out in the sun. I just got to be outside.
Yeah. So you've been out doing summer stuff or just yard work or what's
Yeah,
up with you?
yard work, sitting out there in the sun, having my stogies and my scotch, It's just, I just get brown.
Scotch, stogies, and brown.
Yeah.
Sounds like a law firm.
Yeah.
Let's
No, we,
check in. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, we get this summer, or at least this past month, it's either really humid or it's raining. And today we didn't get rain, but tomorrow and then we get rain again on the weekend. So I got to take advantage of the days that it's not coming down the buckets. But yeah, it's been that kind of summer. So
It's been that way. This July, I think, has been like one of the wettest Julys in the Midwest where I live on record. And if it's not pouring down rain, it's 90% humidity. And so you don't want to go out. So there hasn't been a lot of motorcycle riding, but today was in the mid 70s and sunny. So I got out and did a little ride.
cool.
So that was good. Yeah. So let's check in with our chat. We've got, looks like 14 people have joined us so far. So Zach Thong was in first, as always. Always prompt, Mr. Thong. In first, Music Therapy Laz is in. What's up, dudes and dudettes, he says. We've got Mr. Daniel Horsley joining us from down south of me a little bit, not too far. Mr. Dwight Bailey with the fantastic guitar collection. Rick Hefner is in. Let's see who else we got. I think I saw Janice Lala. I saw Who else? Who else did I see? I saw somebody else. There was
Large
somebody else.
Guitars.
Joe Hervey. Joe Hervey is in. We haven't seen. Where you been, Joe? Joe's been MIA, man. What's up, Joe? Little bro. There's Blackjack Guitars jumping in down in New Jersey. Jeff K. Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate that. Paul Lou, Mr. Paul Lou in the house. So gangs creeping in there as we get going. So Summer NAMM, boys. It's been 2 whole summers since the 3 of us were at Summer NAMM, and Dave was on the phone with us at Summer NAMM.
Yep.
We were actually plotting the Livewire show
We were.
while I was at Summer NAMM.
We were.
So can you believe it's been 2 whole years, boys?
Yeah. Goes
Doesn't
by
really
real
seem
fast.
like it. Yeah, that
I
one
think-
whole
I
year
think
of
we
not being able to
attended-
leave the house.
We attended the last great NAMM, I believe.
Probably.
You know what? That might actually be the case.
Yeah.
Maybe the winter NAMM after us. Let's see. Was that COVID
Yeah.
affected?
No,
Nope.
it was just before COVID.
It
I
was
went to that one, but
You
to tell
went to that one.
yeah, to tell you the truth though, I think I enjoyed the Nashville one more just because the whole experience at Nashville was I
Oh,
don't
'cause
know,
we were-
just-
Well,
'Cause you guys
yeah,
were there.
it was because you got to hang out with
Yeah.
Guitar Hack and me
Come on.
I don't know. I
and,
just
Joe,
had a
and Joe
different vibe.
Bonamassa.
Yeah,
and,
that helped.
and Joe Bonamassa.
Yeah.
The
That helped.
three Musketeers always,
Yeah.
it made it better.
It's just Nashville has a different vibe altogether. You're right in Music City, and just being out at night, going to the Broadway and all that stuff. That was really cool.
That was
I'm
cool.
dying to take the wife down there. I think I'm going to wait till the humidity and temperatures drop a little bit and go this
Good
fall.
idea.
And there's an IndyCar race though, so the first ever Nashville Grand Prix,
Oh, yeah.
which is on the downtown streets, and
No
there's
way.
that bridge that goes across the river.
Mm-hmm.
So they go around twisty bits on this side, then they race across the bridge as the straightaway, do twisty bits on the other side, then
Oh,
come
wow.
back across the bridge over to the other side. So they're gonna race back and forth across the bridge. First time ever any kind of IndyCar
Wow.
has been on a bridge. That's like in 2 weeks, but it's gonna be steamy down there. And I checked the tickets, and they were like, it's the first one. There's a lot of money in Nashville, so they gouged those ticket prices, baby.
Yeah, you got to go check out that Gibson Garage thing. if you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping, Hack, that maybe in another 6 months to a year, things will ease up so that maybe me and you can go check out the Gibson thing down
That'd be
there.
cool.
Bring your wife, I'll bring my wife, and we'll hit a little
No, I won't be
3 or
bringing my
4 day
wife.
weekend. Your wife's done with Nashville.
Not
She's like, it's what you know. What did it was that driving through Kentucky.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been for that whole driving through Kentucky thing,
I don't know. You put a turn signal on, and they just lose their minds. What the hell's
that's what it
that?
was. And of course we're
late.
making fun of Quentin, and Quentin told us to call him, which we did to wake him up, but I don't think
He
it
never
worked.
showed up.
Yeah.
So we tried. So anyway, boys and girls, it's the second edition of Guitar Planet Summer NAMM, and there are a few cool new things out this year to see from Summer NAMM. So we might as well
Couple
just
things.
get right into it. So I prepared a list of some of the top things that I'd seen that came out from Summer NAMM, and this is no way inclusive of everything, even though it was rather small. But we should probably just go ahead and get right into it. So one of the first things that popped up, I saw that was pretty cool this year, were all the new custom graphics that the Kramer brand decided to bring out. So they've got these are the Berettas, right, which is kind of their higher end import model. I think it's probably their highest end import model.
Well, no, the SM ones are going to be a little bit.
Oh, the
higher.
SM ones. That's right. They're
Yeah,
the next
yeah.
level up. Absolutely.
Well, they're neck through versus the bolt-ons.
Exactly. These are bolt-on, and these got well, you got the hockey stick,
Yep.
or you've got the pointy, depending on which model you prefer. So we have the Feral Cat, which is obviously the first one right here, going for that 1980s leopard skin pattern that was in every Poison video. We have the Illusionist, which makes me dizzy just looking at it.
It's kind of cool, but
We have the Viper, which is the same colors as the Feral Cat, but I should probably maybe blow these up a little bit so you can see them a little better.
There you go.
This is obviously snakeskin. Got the snakeskin.
You
Now,
should mention that even though these things were released, that doesn't necessarily mean that they were actually at NAMM.
Yeah, doesn't mean that you can actually get one yet.
Well,
there is a
so let me throw a little interjection. Once they release them, Gibson / Epiphone / Kramer is usually really good about having them in their dealers.
So they've got a shipment out before they do the release. So that, but
so
that doesn't mean that
Right.
first truckload's going to last very long.
Right. True.
Especially in the current market.
If you went to Summer NAMM, you wouldn't see these there because they were not at the event.
No.
Oh, they didn't have any of these Kramers at the event.
No, Gibson wasn't even
not
there. They didn't even go to the exhibit
Fender,
hall.
Gibson wasn't there. Fender wasn't there. PRS wasn't there.
I understood that Gibson did their thing at the new Gibson garage.
They did.
Which I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame them for that. That is actually pretty
Hey,
cool.
why would you spend the money to open a booth at NAMM when you just have this brand new Gibson garage that you just spent God knows how much on? I mean, that's
bet you more people visited the Gibson garage than went to Summer NAMM.
far.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised because you don't have to be somebody to get into the Gibson garage. You could be.
I was getting ready to say, you don't have to have a ticket, and spend a bunch of money to get in the Gibson garage. All you got to do is just walk right in the freaking door.
The problem is once you get in there, getting out without spending a bunch of money is the problem.
Well, that's the whole point of the Gibson garage.
I'll be happy to take your money. That's for sure.
They'd be happy to take your money.
Shut
Absolutely.
up and take my money.
Now this one is called the White Lotus. So
looks
I'm
like
sure
a Toronto Maple Leaf.
There's
guitar.
which could also double as the Toronto Maple Leafs. If you just the way that the Seymour Duncan covers up the bottom half, it's Lotus Candy Blue, which is kind of nice. I kind of like the candy blue.
Do they all have that D-tuner on there?
They all have the D-tuner. Now this one, you think it almost looks like there's been a crime and the police have arrived, but actually this is based on the Ecto Cruiser from the Ghostbusters movie. So this is the Ghostbusters warning tape.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey man, they went for the 80s. So
Yeah.
Now all these guitars are alder body with a gloss finish. They're satin finished. I keep getting the stupid accept the policies. Accept our policies, damn it. Satin finished maple neck. They got the Floyd Rose 1000. They all have the D-tuner, and it's a Duncan JB, in case you were interested. And I think my favorite out of the lot, if I was, in the market for a shreddy guitar, which I'm not because I've got one coming from Russia, I would probably go with that
one.
The Flames, man. It's the
Hot
Flames.
Rod.
that would look cooler, I think, if it was red.
Red with the flames instead of blue.
Yeah. Or red
So-
body and then like orange flame or something. I think it'd look a lot better. That's just me.
Blackjack Guitar says he does not like blue
guitars.
He doesn't
I
do
like
blue.
blue guitars. I like some blue guitars.
Doesn't do blue. Mitch Heyman has joined us. Thanks, Mitch, for modding for us tonight. In case anybody gets out of line, you know what to do.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
So so I'm accepting the policies and cookies once again. And those are the new Kramers. They want to make sure that you're in all the way with the policies and the cookies at the Kramer website. So what do you guys think? Are you hot to trot for a new Kramer?
No.
No, I'm not in the market for one, but they're okay.
There's some other ones coming that are a lot more interesting than those.
Oh my God! So these guys want me to accept the cookies and shit too. There's going to be a lot of cookies tonight, gang. We're going to get fat. So sticking with the same corporate umbrella, if you will, we'll go on to the new / Epiphone collection.
I saw the videos on this today. I saw a couple of them.
Were you impressed, Mr. Hack?
I saw there's a British. It's a British music store called, I think it's PMV or something, and a guy was playing all of them and demoing them, and they all sounded great. I mean, just the electrics, not the acoustic, and they all sounded great and all. And the tops looked fine, but I've and they've got the custom Bucker Pros, I think, is the pickups that are on there.
Think
And
so.
They
have
did.
more-
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
They did Epiphone custom buckers.
Epiphone, yeah, I think that's what they're calling them. And they've got
Really?
the BTS pots and the orange capacitors and all that kind of stuff. Apparently, it's a 59. It's Slash's neck, which is really a 59 profile.
50,
Yeah.
59 or 58, yeah.
Yeah, so it's I'm not a fan of the Slash Gibson ones. So these are just the Epiphone versions. So
Exact
not
same
my-
colors,
not
no
the same-
difference.
yeah, they duplicated everything that's on in the Gibson line.
Which is great. I mean, if especially if you have a budget and
Oh yeah.
you
These
can't
are $899.
Well, yeah.
So 900.
900. Well, that's
The
what
Slash is $29.99.
Yeah, exactly.
$28.99. $3,000.
Yeah, basically
So
$3,000.
$2,100 difference
Yeah.
gets you in the ballpark.
Yep.
I think you get a lot of guitar for your money with the Slash Epiphones. Maybe they're a hair better than a Les Paul standard Epiphone. I don't know.
You get the new headstock, so that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, the gold
That-
top is probably the one that I like the best on the whole bunch.
Graph Tech nut, lock tone tunematic bridge, stop bar tailpiece,
Yep,
Slash's
that's
personal touches in a C-shaped neck profile, Epiphone custom pro bucker.
Yeah.
So that's the first time I've heard that term used.
So
Custom.
maybe
pro
they're
bucker.
maybe they're a little voiced a little differently than the typical humbuckers that put in Epiphones.
I'd almost bet that they're modeled off of the the Slash pickups that they're
Slash.
winding in USA.
When the guy was demoing it, they sounded pretty good. They did
Mhm.
sound good,
Check
but-
out the connector they have on the end of the pickups. Plug and play.
Mm,
I
yeah.
don't know. I don't know if that's if they're still using it because they're hand wiring everything. So it wouldn't be a quick connect like that. I don't think.
It says these are made of 18% nickel silver unit bases and covers, same alloy used by Gibson at the Kalamazoo factory when the humbucker was first invented. They're saying these are like as close as you can get to the PAF. It says classic PAF sound is closer than you think. So I don't know, but we'll have to wait for somebody to get one of these and actually listen to the pickups and see how good they
Daniel
are.
Horsley is making a good point
I
here.
agree.
They should have
At that
put
price
Gibson
point.
pickups in the Slash. If you want a Slash guitar, I would get that and put
Or
that pickups in it.
Or you can do the APH, the Seymour Duncan APH, which is the Slash set.
Yeah.
There you go. And then you're getting a Slash model for
Isn't
fraction
that,
of the cost.
Is the Gibson model doesn't have Gibson pickups in it, does it?
It has the
Doesn't-
Seymour
Yes.
Duncans, I believe.
No,
Seymour Duncan.
no, they have
Oh, does it?
Gibson. They
You got Gibson, yeah.
Gibson.
Oh.
But they're
redone.
voiced after what he okay.
Right. They're
they're-
voiced after the Seymour Duncan Slash set, but they are now Gibson pickups.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
didn't have the Alex Lifeson guitar in the show tonight because it kind of dropped before NAMM. But I'm sure you guys have all seen the Epiphone. There's
They're-
an Alex Lifeson.
They're all sold
That-
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be
That-
for a while.
Guitar, that Alex Lifeson model is a shit ton of guitar. Like
Yeah.
that thing will buy your groceries for you. It does everything. I mean, that's a hell of a lot of guitar for for the money. I mean, it's got a piezo in it. It's got two outputs. You can blend the piezo with the electric. You can play it as a straight. Basically, you can make it an acoustic guitar.
There-
Just use the piezo out. Like
They're already like all the pre-orders and stuff. They're all like I think over 8 months ordered back. So
It's got the access cut and the Floyd,
and
which
it's
if
got
you
a
want a
Floyd.
Gibson with a custom access, if
Oh,
you
you're
want a
in-
Gibson access
you're
with the
in-
Floyd, you're in the $5,000 range
Yeah.
for a
$4,000
used
range.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, at least
$4,000 at
four,
least.
$4,000 for a painted one.
Yeah.
You might be able to find a used one for $4,000 if it's just painted, and there's only a few colors.
I would
but
love
the
to
flame
get
top
my-
versions, they're
I would
big
love
money.
to get my hands on one of the Alex ones. And the neck profile, I don't remember what it is on the Alex one. I don't remember
I don't know.
what it's close
Actually,
to.
I actually played one of the new, the newer Les Paul, the Epiphone Les Paul Customs on Sunday.
Oh, did you?
Went to Guitar Center and they had one, and I tell you, it's a lot better than the old ones.
How was the fit and finish?
I couldn't find any flaws.
Really? Because you know the Jared Nichols one that I have has some finish flaws,
Yeah, I
but
didn't.
the playability is great.
I didn't. I didn't like fine tooth it. You know, I didn't go over it with like a fine tooth comb. And the lighting, I just went down here to the Scottsdale Guitar Center, and the lighting in there isn't great. So I didn't. I mean, I looked it over pretty good, but checked everything. Everything looked fine on it. I didn't notice any major flaws or anything.
What color was it?
White, Alpine white.
Alpine one.
Yeah. And it was a nice guitar. The action was a little high, but
That's easy to fix.
yeah, exactly. That's an easy fix.
Right.
And of course, I would put my 9 to 52s on it
Instead of the 10s, they come with the 10s, right?
Instead of the 10 to 52s. Yeah.
Well, how much was that guitar? Was it $900?
$679.
Wow.
Oh,
Holy
wow.
shit.
That's
Yeah.
even cheaper than the Jared Jackson one. It's $699.
Yeah, $679, I think. And I was like,
Wow.
I had that moment of what could
Yeah.
what could I do without?
Yeah. What can I trade or sell to get a new
Exactly.
guitar? That's always the problem,
Yeah.
especially when you get to a certain point where none of them you want to get rid of.
Right.
That's
Then
what
you're
I'm-
like, then you're stuck,
Yeah.
right?
And I'm
There was-
kind of at that point right now. It's like
yeah, you're running
That's
out
what
of
I'm-
stuff to trade in.
Yeah, I got nothing I want to get rid of.
Yeah, there was some news this last week or so about Miss Lizzy
Lizzy Hale.
Hale has now been introduced as a Gibson brand ambassador.
Hey,
So
what-
not only that's her new Gibson Explorer, which will soon be out.
it's
And
almost
she already has the
Firebird
Epiphone.
headstock on that.
It is.
Firebird.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
that's
It's got
what
the
it is.
Firebird, and it's kind of cool. I like it.
I like it.
White
It
white
looks
with
good.
black binding. It's not a very good photo, but it's white with black
That's an
binding on the
Epiphone.
guitar.
Is that an Epiphone?
No.
Is that
No, that's
Oh,
Gibson.
this is
Oh,
the
she's got
Gibson. Now
Gibson models
she
now?
does. Yeah. So now that she's a Gibson brand ambassador, she now has a Gibson model coming out. There is also the Epiphone.
We
Yeah,
talked
so
about
I
that.
don't think they're doing the Epiphone anymore, though. The
No,
one that she
Probably
had.
gonna
Yeah.
They're probably gonna transition now to the Gibson.
I'd like to see that with blocks.
Hmm.
Block
Yeah, instead of
inlays
dots.
dots. But I mean, or even trapezoids. But it's a good-looking guitar.
It is.
I don't
it is
know.
a good looking guitar.
I don't know if you guys are picking up on it, but this whole Gibson ambassador thing, it's almost like I kind of know what they're doing, right? They're hitting people like Lizzy and Jared James Nichols and Marcus King is another one. These sort of younger,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not as well known people, and I think I know they're strategically they're doing that because they're trying to get the younger folks, and then of course they've got the established guys that have been around forever, like your Slashes and Joe
Perry,
Bonamassa and
Joe
Yeah.
Bonamassa.
Joe Perry.
Joe Perry, Joe Bonamassa, and then who else? Now then they're bringing Dave Mustaine on, and then they got Gene
Right.
Simmons. He's going to be doing
Gene
a lot.
Simmons.
So
Yeah,
they
I
got-
was kind of.
They got the old farts, that market covered with those guys, and then they've got these younger, people coming up. But because there's some people getting signature models that you're kind of scratching your head like.
Well,
Nothing against them.
Lizzie's
Yeah.
actually had like 3 Grammy winning albums. So
I was thinking
as far
more
as
like
current rockers, she's pretty current.
Yeah,
You know
I was
what
thinking more like for Marcus King and Jared James Nichols.
Right,
Like, I
right.
mean, these
Yeah.
guys have sold millions of records, and they're not
No.
outside of the guitar community. I don't think anybody knows who these guys are. And the only reason
Right.
I know Jared James Nichols exists or Marcus King is because of Gibson.
Right.
Who did Jared James? Didn't he play with Bon Jovi? Or am I mixing him up with somebody else?
You're
No,
thinking
Phil
of
X
Phil.
plays with
Phil
Bon
X.
Jovi.
Phil X. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm
and
thinking
he's a
of Phil
Gibson
X.
guy now too.
He's a
Yeah,
Gibson guy now too.
Gibson
That's
now.
why I was thinking.
Phil
yeah.
X is another
Yeah.
one,
Yep.
for the old
Yeah.
farts, you know.
Jared, man, watching him play though, because he doesn't
Oh,
use a pick.
Yeah, he's good.
Cool. Very good.
Man, he can flat out play. Man, that's just God given talent right there.
Right, Mitch. I want to see the Guitar Hack signature.
Yeah. Me too.
Back last April, Trogley was trolling the Trogley Gibson signature model, but it was an April Fool's joke.
Oh yeah.
If you guys, I don't know if you guys saw that or not.
No.
So anyway, congratulations, Lizzy Hale. What the hell,
Yeah.
man? You
Yeah.
earned it. You earned that. So cool, and it's a cool guitar anyway. So I kind of like it. So let's move right along. Okay, so now we had a little. Should have just stayed right on that. There's a couple of pretentious Gibson guitars that dropped. So we have the 1958 Carina Flying V and the Explorer.
Call it.
Now these
Greens.
bad boys, there's only going to be 19 Explorers made and 81 Flying Vs, because in 1958 there were only 19 Explorers made and 81 Flying Vs.
Wow.
They're going to be done by the Murphy lab. Brazilian rosewood, so it's USA only. And the price is, if you have to ask, you can't have one.
you better grab the wallet. And,
If you don't have a Ferrari, don't bother
just start
calling.
throwing out the credit cards. It's going to cost.
It's gonna be expensive.
These
You
are
know
going to
what-
be expensive.
You know what ruins both of those guitars, though?
The gold.
The
Nothing.
gold, nothing.
Nothing. So
There's another. I have another.
just a little tidbit there. So with the Black Limba, aka Carina, whatever you want to call it, the wood that it's made from, it's very difficult to find large pieces. Like for that Flying V, to find two pieces that are big enough, that are stable enough to make it's really difficult. Same thing with the Explorer, and the Explorer is such a big body.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that drives the price. That's going to really help drive the cost on them as well, because the materials are hard to come by for pieces that large.
Lars says that they're going to go into there'll be a production run after that limited edition Murphy set of what's
Gotcha.
that add up to 100
With
guitars.
all the same specs, or they're
Well,
gonna
I
change
doubt it
some-
won't be. I bet it won't be Brazilian rosewood.
No.
There's not a lot
No.
of that laying around.
Yeah.
So, God, I love the Flying V headstock.
Yeah.
Billy
That's-
Gibbons has the SGs with the Flying V
Oh, yeah.
headstock. He's the only guy that has them. That's just badass. I love that. I want one of those. If I ever have enough money to order a guitar from Gibson, have them, made to measure.
Yeah.
I'm getting me a Flying V headstock, by God. All right, let's see what else they got. Let's see here. Oh yeah, let's go back to our websites. So we don't want to skip over this. There was some more Epiphone-age. So there's now the USA collection.
Yeah.
And these are high dollar. So there's an Epiphone Casino.
USA
This one
made.
Yeah.
USA made. This one's
That's cool.
$2,700 for the arch top. Says it's the arch top that launched the British invasions back in the USA. So I'm sure they're obviously talking about Paul McCartney, John Lennon, Keith Richards,
The Beatles.
Ray Davies, etc., etc., etc. So you get your Gibson USA P90s in the Epiphone Casino. And wow, $2,700. You can have your vintage Sunburst, or you can have your Royal Tan. So
That's total hollow body too, man.
Yeah, full on hollow body.
No center block in that one.
So yeah, and they got the kind
What
of
step
cool.
on it?
Yeah,
I kind of got the
you
little
got the
bit different.
parallelogram. Yeah, the parallelogram inlays.
Yeah, all the way down. Got the dog ears. Got the
Trapeze.
Trapeze.
yeah, pretty
Cool.
top. Nice piece of wood. Look at that pretty wood. So $2,700 for the electric, and then they had a couple of acoustic models. So the Frontier is $4,000.
Wow.
Wow.
2 different colors for the Frontier. Look at that.
Made in Bozeman.
Yeah,
Mhm.
these are made in the Bozeman factory where all the fine acoustics are made by Gibson. So you get Frontier Burst
That's nice.
or Antique Natural. So
I like the Frontier Burst. That's nice.
for $4,000, there you go. If you're in the mood for a high dollar acoustic, and then the Texan is a little bit less expensive, not cheap. Still $2,700 here. You get the Antique Natural or the Vintage Sunburst, and same kind of inlays.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you would call that center inlay on the headstock, but it's kind of cool. I don't know what shape that would be.
I forget what they call that one.
Not quite as fancy, so it's still $2,700. That's a pretty good chunk of change
Yeah.
for an acoustic guitar. But I guess in the Gibson world, that's probably about what they go for, right, Dave?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So I was looking the other day, and if you go and buy like a Humminbird Studio, which is the bottom line, or any J45 Studio, any of the Studio models, you're gonna spend $2,600.
Right. So it's about the same money as a Gibson, but for you might prefer to have the. And Don wants to know if Mitch wants to know if Don had a casino. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Did Don get the SG?
Did Don get the SG?
Well, Don needs a PRS now because he sold the one he had. So
Oh, he did.
No, he needs an SG. That's what
Mhm.
He definitely needs the SG. There's no question about that. All right, so moving
nobody
right along.
needs a PRS.
We're still
No.
in the
hater. It's a hater.
That's right.
still in the Gibson family, but now we're in the bass guitar
bass line.
market.
Reverse. Ugh.
Non-reverse Firebird. You can have it in Inverness green. You can have it in faded Pelham blue, and you can have it in sparkling burgundy. So
That's
yeah,
nothing for me. That shape. That's horrible.
you're not a big fan of the reverse.
I like it on the basses. I don't like it on the guitars.
I don't know. That reminds
looking.
me. You know what?
An
That's a
interesting
really
bridge.
good. That's
it's
a really good looking bridge. I gotta
Mhm.
give
Yeah,
it
it
credit.
is.
That's a sharp looking bridge, man.
Yeah.
It's just,
Wow.
I don't know. It reminds me of the other guitars that I can't stand by another company that start with a J and an
Look-
M.
Jaguars.
Even Gibson's demo
Mustangs.
model guitars need the fretboard hydrated. Good God, Gibson! Put
really,
some
eh?
freaking
I know,
put some
it was
lube on that
really
bad boy. It's
Oh,
crying
yeah.
out. It's crying out for moisture. Help me!
They
Help
just wanted to
me.
take the photos real quick, I think, and
They
didn't
didn't
bother
lube it.
doing that.
You know what? It would be cooler if it had like an inlay instead of a silk screen logo.
silk
Gibson,
screen logo.
yeah, it would be cooler.
Well, like if you like on the Firebird, you get the on the headstock plate is the logo, but it's actually embossed and like laid over gold.
Blackjack Guitar says everybody needs an SG. I agree.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I pretty much agree. So
I don't think you're going to hear any
Firebird.
arguments from the panel.
No.
So just to check off the list, mahogany body and neck, rosewood board, 20 medium jumbo frets, Graphtec nut, hip shot, ultralight tuners. Notice Gibson is using a lot of outsourced
The tuners.
tuners and nuts. Since the new guys took over, they're using Graphtec nuts on everything. instead of having some dude at Gibson file a nut, they're gluing Graphtec nuts
Well,
in there.
I mean, back in when was it? 2000? Was it 2000? 2001, 2, 3, 4, somewhere in the early 2000s, Gibson went to a corian nut, which is, do you know what corian is? Corian's the same shit as your countertop is made out of.
Mm-hmm.
So when they went from corian to the Graphtec, that's pretty big upgrade. So, and I mean, you look at the price of Graphtec or Tusk, whatever you want to call it, basically the same thing, and they're not cheap. To go out and buy a nut is like $15 for that stuff. And,
Yeah.
and I have
Do
it
the
on.
nuts come in pairs, Dave?
No,
You get a
they
set.
don't.
You don't get a set.
You don't get a
You don't
set.
get it.
You get one.
There's only,
Screw one up, don't you get
You don't
a
get
pair?
You only get
you
one.
should get you should
One
get
at
a
a
pair of
time.
nuts.
One at a time.
I mean, for $15, you should get a pair of nuts.
Get a pair. If you
Yeah.
screw one up, you got an extra. That's what
You get an extra nut in case you need it for later.
Oh God.
No, you only get one at a time. One nut at a time.
put one nut in storage and use the other one.
That's what she said.
Exactly.
I had to. That was low hanging
It's,
fruit.
Well,
you know, when softball's right down the middle, you got to
Yeah,
fucking swing
yeah.
at it, man.
You
You got to
just gotta
swing
take
at
the
it.
swing. Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to regret it later that you didn't take
Yeah.
a swing.
Exactly.
That's right.
So you never know. There's one more Gibson to look at. Miss Orianthi
Oh yeah.
Oh
has,
boy,
has her
Ooh,
own
my, that's
Gibson.
pretty.
man!
Yeah, it ought to be. Look at that price.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
not cheap.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, those
I-
SJs, man. Those SJ 200s.
They're
God,
massive.
sexy. They're massive
never even
guitars, though.
You
I've
see
never
her
seen
playing it?
Orianthi even play
Yeah, I
an
saw.
acoustic.
I saw
See
her
it?
playing it, and it couldn't it took over her whole body.
Yeah.
I couldn't even see her behind me.
You can move into it, man.
They're massive
Yeah,
guitars.
it's doubling as her tour bus.
Right.
Yeah.
Put some wheels on it, drive it away.
Yeah.
It's massive, man.
Yeah, no, they're
It's got-
massive guitars, but man, that's sexy.
Yeah, check out that headstock, man.
Did you see the video that she posted? I think this week, or Norman's Rare Guitars posted, and somebody bought her a guitar. It was like, I can't remember what the model was, but it's almost like a one that Ted Nugent used to play. That
Oh, a Birdland?
it looks like a Birdland, but it's not that. But it's
Oh, is it a
bigger.
Kalamazoo like mine?
It's a huge guitar, and somebody bought it for her, and
Like
she's
a
playing it.
175 or
Something
something like
like
that.
just look at Norman's Rare Guitars YouTube
Somebody
channel, and that's one
Bought
of the
her a
latest videos.
guitar
Yeah,
like she's hurting.
yeah. She said, "Which one does she want?" And it's some rich guy, I guess, and bought it for her. And she went to pick it up, and she's playing it at Norm's, and it's huge. Like she can't
My-
even hold it.
My boyfriend Richie Sambora will buy me 3.
Yeah, she's not
I
with him anymore.
I gotta say, guys,
they're
it's
so buddy.
$5,500, and I'm not into acoustic guitars, but that thing is drop dead freaking gorgeous.
It
man.
is. That mustache bridge on those, man. God, those things just look great.
It's
They're
even
just
got like pearloid inlays on the ebony. I'm sure that's ebony, right?
Yeah,
They use
it's
ebony,
ebony,
on
yeah.
that
Should be an ebony bridge, yeah.
with the
Anyway.
gold and black binding. Damn.
Where do you
So-
plug it in?
Yeah, where do you plug it in? I
Ebony,
bet that's
ebony
not
fretboard.
that's not one of those acoustic electrics. I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure it's bloody loud because it's body so.
Yeah, it probably is.
Oh yeah,
It probably is.
jumbos are they're cannons.
So that's
not quiet.
Gibson in it. That's pretty much Gibson in a nutshell. And like you guys said, they didn't even bother. NAMM was in their town, and they said,
Screw it.
Yeah,
Screw you.
They said screw it.
"Screw it, don't need you," because now there's all these experiences. There's Sweetwater, there's PRS Experience, there's the Gibson
Garage.
channel now on YouTube that's putting out a video every week. And now they got the two guys that play guitar. They're like comedians. Have you seen that show
Oh,
that
yeah,
Gibson's
it's
got on
fun.
Gibson TV?
Yeah.
And they know everybody in the industry because
Oh,
they've
yeah.
been the kind of comedians that open for bands.
Jimmy
Right.
Vivino from Conan's band and
Yeah.
the guy from Curb Your Enthusiasm, which I can't think of his name right now.
But it's a pretty good show. It's fun to listen to because they got a lot of backstage insider stories and stuff like that. So Gibson's trying to, jump through the YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram hoop more so than I think they were before this new regime took over. They seem to be a little bit more.
They are, but I don't know that they're exactly going about it the right way. They're doing better than Fender, at least in the online presence like that. In the social media / streaming media presence, they're doing better than Fender.
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't think they're exactly going about it the right way. In the sense,
seems that they're shooting very high end.
well,
their content is at the high end level.
It is, but what I'm more getting at is there, and I think we are. I think you're saying it one way. I'm saying it a different way, where they're targeting the people that are going to spend the big dollars.
$3,000, 2,500, or $3,000. That's where they're looking.
$5,000, $6,000, $8,000, $10,000, whatever. Right.
Right. Yeah.
Where their focus should be, guys that are going to spend $1,500, $500, $500 to $1,500.
The guitars you can get for $1,500 are the or the Les Paul Special with P90s and binding and dots. That's what you can get for.
You can get this for like $1,200. Yeah. With the juniors and the specials,
if you want to go junior no binding, you can get it for
Well, they might not do a lot of online video stuff about it, but they are now basically everything that's in the Gibson line. They basically duplicated it in the Epiphone line.
Absolutely.
So they are hitting that entry-level market. And like I was saying earlier with their ambassadors, you notice they're picking people that will
younger people
appeal more to the younger generation.
But my point is so like the Gibson TV and all that. I mean, they're shooting up here, right. They're not necessarily getting the right people in the right places all the time. Right. They need to have people that are going to do that caliber of production in that low end, in that mid tier. And
have you noticed they've kind of stolen the Fender thing though? Because Fender's we got the USA, and then we've got the Mexican or the Japanese or whatever. So now you've got Gibson. Now you've got the exact same freaking guitars coming from China in the form of Epiphone. It's almost like they have mirrored. Here's the Gibson guitars. Here's the Epiphone guitars. Same freaking guitars.
Well, and even I'll even one up you on that with Kramer, because Kramer's Indonesian. So if you look at the Jacksons and if you look at most of the Jacksons, they're coming out of Indonesia, and Jackson's under the Fender umbrella. So you've got an even bigger mirror there as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
it's like they're stealing their game plan.
I'm not defending Gibson or anything, but if I'm going to see like a guy's guitar collection, I want to see 59 Les Pauls. I don't want to see an Epiphone from 2005.
Right.
Yeah, you mean like that Epiphone there behind you?
Well, it was an Epiphone, and it was an Epiphone. They just glued a Gibson headstock
on it, right?
Yeah.
Never gets
saying.
Well, you guys mentioned Fender, so moving right along, because we've already been going 50 minutes and we barely scratched the surface of this list. So
there's another company.
There's another company.
What?
So we have the appropriately named Corey Wong Stratocaster.
I don't even know who Corey Wong is.
He's a YouTube guy. He's got a show.
That is a theme of the Fender NAMM show. Thank you, Brian. I don't know who these people are, but yes, go ahead.
He's got a channel. He interviews musicians. I guess he's a player, and he's known in music circles, but I don't know the guy outside of.
Oh, look, it's an American professional too.
So
Yeah.
so
I'm
basically,
sorry.
so basically what this is a Pro 2 with a see-through sapphire blue finish and a rosewood board. Oh, and guess what? It doesn't even have Fender pickups in it. It has Seymour Duncan pickups in it, and it's $2,000.
Now, apparently, if you read in the fine print, it's his spec Seymour Duncan pickups in it.
Yeah, they are Corey Wong
clean machine pickups.
Machine pickups. It has the same American Ultra modern D neck, modified strap body and headstock. Everything is Ultra except for the pickups and the trans blue finish. They basically just took an Ultra and changed.
No, they got the 6-screw vintage trim too.
Oh, okay.
Not the 2-point floating trim.
There you go. So they went with the 6 screws that you have on the bridge there that lock
Sorry,
it down the body. So, and you also get locking tuners, which you don't get on the Ultra, which is such a ripoff.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's $2,000.
It's just, it's $2,000. It's the same price as an Ultra with Seymour Duncans and locking tuners and a six.
So do you get more buying that than the Ultra? Do you get more features in that than the Ultra for the same money?
Not really.
No.
I didn't have an Ultra Strat. I had an Ultra Tele, and I didn't like the pickups. So maybe you do. So maybe these pickups are better.
Well, the pickups, I don't know. I've never heard the pickups, but the really, in my opinion, the big drawback to that is the 6-screw trim. The 2-point trims, in my opinion, are more stable. Especially if you're going to use them, they're a lot more stable than the six screws. So to me, that's a huge downgrade.
Does this one come with a case?
Yeah, it comes with that uncool plastic case, not the cool tweed one that you want.
It won up the PRS, I guess.
It's not a PRS.
Yeah, true.
You didn't get it. It didn't come with a bag.
We're over on the PRS on that one.
For $2,000, PRS will let you stand outside the door. Don't worry about it.
Right. No, so
wait a minute. No, that's the new Silver Sky.
Oh, easy. There is a new Silver Sky color.
Yeah, it's like
That's true.
what the hell?
J Mascus
J Mascus, yeah.
Is that flickering on your guys' screen?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get rid of that.
So everybody knows J Mascus, right? He's like a real popular.
I haven't. That was I said Brian was right with the theme. Who are these people?
From a band called Dinosaur Jr. that was like a grunge band. That's about all I know from them.
Yeah.
I don't know what they've done in the last 25, 30 years. But anyway.
You guys talk about the J Mascus Telecaster while I go visit the little boys' room.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
No, that was not right. We'll just do that.
That's
Yeah,
how I
there you
feel
go.
about J Mascus. No, like the guy, I mean, I don't know. Outside of, I mean, if you're not into 90s grunge and alternative, nobody knows who the hell this guy is.
I mean, I like 90s grunge and all. I mean, actually, that's what I've been listening to a lot more recently than anything else, which is kind of funny, but
I don't know. It's
he had a Squire.
Yeah.
Jazz Master.
Yeah, he's a jazz. I think he's a jazz master guy.
Yeah, and now he's got a Telly.
Yeah, because those ones must have sold out, so now they're giving him a Telly model. But I don't know what the specs are on that. I don't know how it differs from like.
looks like a regular telly.
Yeah,
Well, maybe it's got-
three barrel saddle and
Yeah.
Maybe it's got different pickups on it or a different neck shape or something. And it's blue.
it's
Yeah.
a blue sparkle. Looks like.
If you like blue sparkle.
If you
Oh
like
my
the
God,
guitar.
the pause that refreshes. Okay, so it has a and we don't need to email free shipping. Yeah, it's blue sparkle is the finish. So
What are the
the
pickup?
icon
Lake Placid Blue Sparkle.
bottle rocket blue flake.
Bottle Rocket Blue. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, and a mirror
Cus-
pick guard. Ooh,
custom J Mascus Telecaster pickups. So they
Okay.
are custom baby.
And it's a top loader bridge.
Top
It doesn't
loader
even-
bridge. You
Oh,
already
son of-
got the vintage saddles.
It doesn't even do string through the body.
The neck looks like it's I guess it's a custom, some sort of
Custom C neck.
road
Custom
worn.
C with a satin finish, so it's
it's-
kind of worn down. You
Yeah,
can see
so
there a little bit.
that's nice. I like that.
You know,
See if we
let's
can
pull
find
the
a-
chat. Anybody
like
in
that
the
part.
chat? Is anyone in the chat familiar with Jay Mascus?
Hey, Dane. Nice,
Hey,
man.
Dan, what's up, buddy?
Dane got a 76 Les Paul Deluxe today.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Sweet.
I am Cornolio. Got hammer timed.
All right, Mitch is on the trigger. Good stuff, Mitch.
Way to go!
I
need
crush
TP
you.
for my bunghole.
There's a little bit of bird's eye in the back of that neck.
I kind of like the
Yeah,
neck.
you see how it's got like wear on the front too.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
style with
The
tellies. I
playing-
like
the
those.
playing
neck.
wear.
Yeah.
So
But I
am-
tell you, I got. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Hank, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I asked earlier. I just asked, does anybody know who Jay Mascus is? And nobody said, yeah.
Nobody. Not a clue.
think so.
I do like the bottle rocket blue flake though. That is, I think it's a sharp freaking
Yeah.
guitar, man.
Yeah.
Dane, yeah, that's what I said, Dane. Yeah, he was in Dinosaur Jr.
Dinosaur
Yeah.
Jr., yeah.
That's about it.
What's he done since?
Now
Name
look
one-
at
name
this
one
one's
dinosaur
only
junior
$1,350.
If that was
I mean-
butterscotch with a black guard telly, then or a black,
Oh, you'd be all
or-
over it?
Yeah,
I
with
got
that
one of
neck,
them.
Yeah, yeah, but you
Well,
don't
I
have that
mean,
neck. That's
it-
the
you
neck
have the neck.
you want.
It,
Oh,
it
you-
is.
It's a lot.
It is cheaper than the American Pro 2 by like $200.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
You
guess
know what you could do,
gotta look-
Brian, is you could buy one and take the neck off, and then buy a butterscotch telly body and just fucking
you
bolt
go.
the neck on, and then
But just buy a Squire body.
Yeah, really, I could do that.
So it really comes
be-
down to, do you like his pickups?
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know. Don't even know the guy.
yeah.
Never heard his
The
music.
finish is-
Never
So
heard of
there's a theme with Fender going on. Now this next Fender artist we've all heard of for sure. I
Are you
mean,
sure about this?
Yes. We've all heard of Kurt
Oh.
Cobain.
No.
I'll pass on that guitar.
Whether we like it or not, we've all heard of Kurt Cobain.
Okay.
Did you guys see the mural?
It's like just the air just deflated out of everybody's voice.
They thought, oh hell, it's the Jimmy Page Telecaster. That's the new one coming out. No, it's Kurt Cobain.
No.
So the
Did
word
you guys see the mural of Kurt Cobain that looks exactly
yeah.
like David Spade?
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
get that. What's up with that?
I saw that and I'm like, that's not Kurt Cobain, that's David Spade.
If you tried to draw a mural of David Spade, it would not be any more accurate than
That's
this
right.
mural.
I know when I see that guitar, the words abomination come to mind.
Yeah, it's
Any
I just,
color, it's
oh,
that's just
Just-
gruesome. I'm sorry.
It's
That-
terrible.
the
I'm sorry.
bridge just the bridge is a monstrosity.
Well, that's actually the old like Jaguar Mustang bridge, which
Okay,
is
imagine the guitar like rotated 90 degrees. It looks like a pregnant woman. This is her belly. This is her pregnant belly sticking out.
it's
No, it's not for
You know
me.
what?
nah.
That looks like that to me. That looks like a guy at Fender showed up hungover Monday morning. He's like, yeah, and he just like scratched something on a thing. Yeah, make that. That's what that looks like to me.
Let's make that.
The,
Let's make
the
this.
waist in it's too small.
Yes, and
And
she's
the-
pregnant. She's got a bubble butt, and she's pregnant.
It's not
No.
So-
no.
It's not for you.
No.
If
No.
So
you
we
gave
have.
it to me, I would return. I would.
You take it back and trade it in on a PRS.
or at least part of a PRS.
It's $1,250. You can definitely get an SE for that. You can get the top of the line SE.
Oh no, you know what I could buy with
get
that
a-
money? I could buy a case for my
Yep.
PRS.
You can get a case for your PRS. Yeah. And have change left over for cigar.
There you go.
Older
Wow, half a
body.
cigar.
Half a cigar. Well, that's all you can
Canada.
buy in Canada.
Half a
That's all you
cigar.
can get. Communists. So older body, maple neck with a 7 1/4 inch radius. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Well, that's all vintage Fender is 7
Right.
1/4 anyway.
Yeah.
24-inch scale, vintage single coil,
Short.
custom humbuckers. So they don't even tell you what they are. On off,
They don't
in
know.
phase, out of phase slider switch for each pickup.
Yeah.
So
That's traditional. That's traditional switching for like Jaguar, Mustang.
That guitar is just a mistake. That's all.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but
It's an error in judgment.
I'm not a fan
was
of
it.
all those like Mustangs and Jaguars, and I just
like any of that.
they do nothing for
I
me.
like the Jaguars, but I like them because they're full scale. I don't like the really short scale, the 24 scales.
Mm.
Or a dual
Sure.
sonic, another one I don't like.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the duos either, but I do like the Jaguar or the Jazz Masters.
All right,
me put a
moving
note
right
on my phone.
along.
I have to unfriend Dave.
Get back to you in a minute, Dave, after I unfriend you.
Yeah.
So as amps go, there is a new Fender amp. It's the Tone Master Super Reverb. What
There
makes
you
it cool
Oh.
is it's a
410.
4x10, baby.
410.
Wow.
So
That's going to be a little weighty.
that's gonna weigh a couple of pounds. And,
Yeah, but it's a tone. There's no tubes in that. It's a Tone Master, so it's
yeah,
probably
so it's that
solid
new.
state.
It's that new. Yeah, it actually probably is really light. Actually,
Yeah.
Does it tell you the weight? It should tell you the weight.
let's see what it says.
No.
No.
Lightweight.
It is light. Yeah.
Lightweight.
Jensen P10R speakers.
It's got some Jensens in it.
Oh, it's
normal
not the
and
tubes, it's
vibrato.
the transformers that are super heavy.
USB port for firmware upgrades. Power jewel illuminates in different colors for normal operation, warm up, mute, and
$1,200
silent.
solid state amp.
hmm
Ouch.
And it's got a built-in attenuator, so you got.
It's just like the
half a
Tone
watt.
Master. The one that I had before is exactly the same type of setup.
You know what?
except
They're
it would
going
have two
after the
speakers.
boss. They're going after the boss,
The katanas and stuff. You think?
the 100 water.
Yeah.
Because this has got 4. They're like, oh well, we'll put 4 speakers in ours, da, 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 da. And it's $1,200. So, but no tubes.
No.
So, okay. Before we show this last Fender, I kind of feel obligated to share a
here we
small.
go.
I need to share a small video. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is a Happy Time Strat.
Oh my god.
It's the 30th anniversary Screamadelica Stratocaster.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not familiar with what Screamadelica is, apparently, just cycling back to what Six String Brian said earlier about, I don't have any idea who these people are. There's a Scottish band named Primal Scream, and their third album was named Screamadelica, and this is the album cover off said album. Now,
Okay.
it says in the fine print that the album cover was painted by their record label in-house artist, Creation Records, Paul Canella, who painted this artwork after he noticed a damp water spot on the ceiling of the Creation Records offices while he was tripping on LSD.
Okay.
Crazy.
So that's where we get the $1,050 30th anniversary Screamadelica Stratocaster.
I think Fender is reaching
Yes.
We're
So we
out
were,
of ideas.
we were going for that younger market, and then we went kindergarten.
So, little known fact: Jay Mascus appeared on that album.
Yeah, Jay Mascus. Well known fact. He played lead guitar on the hit single.
That looks like a guy ate a bunch of, I don't know.
M&Ms?
That's made
bear.
in Mexico, probably. It's got to
Ate
be
a bunch
made.
of gummy
Yeah,
bears,
yeah.
bears and
That's
he
in
threw up
Mexico.
on the body. That's what that looks like.
It's an alder body with Screamadelica artwork. It's 3 vintage voiced single coil pickups. They're not even telling you what they are. Modern C maple neck shape. 9.5 radius on a Pa Ferro fingerboard with 22 medium jumbo frets. 2-point synchronized tremolo with the bent steel saddles. All this can be yours for the very low price of $1,000. No, $1,000.
10,000.
Well, the custom shop model's coming later.
Yeah.
It will be $10,000.
You know what? I can't. I would love to buy that guitar, go to a bar and do a show and have a bunch of guys go, "Hey, he's got the Screamadelica guitar."
Yeah.
Like that's gonna happen. Right? It's more like, "Hey, fucked up paint job."
It's like, hey, who puked on your axe, man?
I'd rather have the Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think the Louis Vuitton was actually classier.
Yeah.
So this is the big Fender NAMM guitar.
Pretty light.
That's what you're looking at there, ladies and gentlemen.
But how far have they fallen, man? Because if you remember in 2019, one of the guitars they were featuring was the Phil Lynott bass. Remember that? Thin Lizzy, Phil Lynott, the precision bass with the mirror
Yes.
pickguard.
Yes.
Okay, so you went from like Thin Lizzy to fucking Screamadelica. That outside of the guys in Screamadelica, I don't think anybody knows.
No.
You know, I mean,
Oh, by the way, there was this small tidbit that I found out about the album Screamadelica. It sold a whopping 3 million copies worldwide.
yeah. Not
What
this
is
part of
that?
the world.
Is that
At least
triple
went
gold?
Yeah.
At least it went
gold's
gold.
$1 million. So yeah, it's at least 3 times gold, right? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
gold's $1 million.
Where
I
in
don't
the
know.
world? North America?
It's really big in India, apparently.
I guess so.
Who knew?
Well, they might
So,
sell
all
a few
right.
of those guitars there then.
Yeah,
That pretty much winds it up for.
it's bad.
I'm a little bit worried about Fender.
I tell you, man, Gibson, it's like easy pickings now if they're putting out shit like that for competition.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, so now we're gonna move. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I was in Guitar Center the other day. I was telling you earlier, and they have a big Fender room, and they have a whole bunch of Fender custom shop stuff, and it's all, of course, locked in a glass case, so you can see all around it. You can't actually touch it, but
You can look at it. You can't touch.
I'm looking at some of these things, and it's like $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $5,000, $4,000, and I'm just shaking my head. It's just a freaking Strat, or it's just a freaking Telecaster. It's, I don't know.
I don't get it either, but there's guys out there that think Gibsons suck and they would never own one.
Right?
So
True.
each to everyone, right?
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to move on. This is going to be more of a rapid fire session of some other things that came out. So you can now get your Silver Sky
Here you go, Hack.
and Roxy Pink.
Y'all get that Strat, that Paul Reed Strat Smith.
Paul Reed Strat Smith. Paul Reed Strat.
Bring
Paul
that to
Reed
your
Strat, that's it.
Does that come with the case?
It does.
It does actually come with the case.
$2,500. It can be yours. That's like $10,000 Canadian.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be caught dead with that thing. I have a Strat, by the way.
Not like this one, you don't.
But not.
But you don't have a pink one though. You don't have a Roxy pink one though.
I don't need that in my life. No.
You don't have that.
Hey, real men
PR
play pink guitars.
Sure.
PRS also came out with some new colors for the Fiore.
Those are nice guitars, man. That
Did you
is a
try?
nice
Have you tried one?
No, but I'm hoping to at some
I've
point.
never seen one in person of those.
Yeah,
This
those
this color
beautiful.
is called
Yeah.
Amaryllis. Amaryllis. AMARYLISS.
It costs a
Amaryllis.
fortune, and there's not even pickup covers on it or pickup rings on it.
Nah, not a fan.
Now these are a custom signature model, and I forget the damn artist's name.
But Matt Fiore, I believe.
No,
And again,
Matt.
there's
That
a
guy?
guy that everybody knows, right? I got a couple of his albums, don't you?
Yeah, right.
No.
Mark Letteria. Mark
Oh,
Letteria.
Fiore. Sorry, the guitar is called a Fiero, isn't it?
Right.
Fiore, yeah.
So
Fiore.
you can get it in black iris, which to me just looks like black.
Black.
Or white.
I don't see any iris in there. Or you can get Sugar Moon, which I don't actually think it's white. I think
It's
it's
like
kind
a
of
baby blue.
It's like a super light blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the look of. You know why I like the look of those guitars? They remind me of Charvels. That's why I like them.
I'd rather have a
Except
Charvel.
Yeah,
Except
me
for
too.
that.
Yeah, that makes
Oh,
two.
but you do get the headstock.
What I
Come on, the
don't
truss
like-
rod cover. I mean, that's got to be worth $500 right there.
What
Even
I
though it
don't
comes with
like-
a bag.
I don't like the way they did the birds. What are they just painted on?
I don't know. That's
No,
weird.
they're the black. They're the blackbirds like you get on some of the other.
Are they inlays or are they just?
yeah, they're inlays, but they're just
Plastic.
black.
Mother of plastic inlays.
They're just
Oh, mother
stickers.
of plastic. Right.
Yeah, mother
They're
of
black.
plastic.
Black
don't like
instead
the
of white,
birds.
mother of plastic.
Mother of stickers.
Mother of stickers.
I mean, I kind of like the red one, but not
Oh,
for
it's-
$24.49.
I like to try one. I wouldn't buy one at too pricey.
You probably have them at Cosmo.
That's
I
right.
know I was there. No, I
Oh.
would have picked one up.
Well,
So,
they'll probably
I
be
can't-
getting
I-
some.
I don't remember what the original colors were.
Cosmo is under big renovation right now, Brian.
Oh, really?
Oh, are
Yeah.
they?
There's at least 3 guys that asked for you. I'm like, yeah, you moved, man. Over your head.
They're
You
like,
moved.
dude, we can't make our rent payment because Brian moved out of freaking.
Where's that guy who got our stuff? Where's that guy gone?
Oh, geez.
PRS has a new head. This is the Hendrix 50. They also have it in 100. They also have it in a combo.
How does Paul Reed Smith make a Hendrix anything?
Well,
Yeah,
he
I
did.
don't know.
I mean, Hendrix played what?
Marshall.
Marshall. Thank you. Hendrix did not play Paul Reed Smith.
He got
Paul
the,
Reed Smith
he
wasn't
got the
even born yet.
original.
Marshall.
I think he got the original amp or something, and they copied every little piece of it and put PRS.
They
or
reversed
something.
engineered it and came up with this $2,900
It's
head.
way overpriced. First of all,
Excuse me, buy a Friedman and tell Paul to shove it.
Exactly.
So what I want
or
to
buy a
know,
Marshall.
if
Buy a Marshall and tell Paul to
Tell
shove it.
Paul to shove it.
if I buy that
Just
head,
tell Paul to shove it.
if I buy
Thank
that
you.
head and I
Paul
plug my,
Reed, shove it.
if I buy that head and I plug in my Silver Sky because it's like a Fender, am I going to sound like Jimmy?
Fender Strat.
Automatically, it plays
you're gonna
itself.
sound like- you're just going to sound like John Mayer had sex with Jimi Hendrix.
It's like one of those player pianos. If you take the Silver Sky and plug it in, you can just set the guitar down and it does Purple Haze
Yeah.
by itself. And
There you go.
all you have to do is pour the lighter fluid on. That's all you got to do.
There you go. So you
What's
got
the back
whole-
of it? Go to the back of it.
It didn't even have a friggin' effects loop for crying
No
out
effects
loud.
loop?
No
No
effects
effects
loop.
loop.
It
That's
has
weird.
1x4 or 2x8 or
that's-
1x8 or 2x16 speaker jacks and a fuse. That's it.
No DI either. Nothing.
No DI, no nothing.
No, that's bare bones head, man. That's old
Presence,
school.
bass, middle, treble. There's a high and mid switch, a bright and brighter switch.
Your Jags thing.
So it's like a plexi where they got 2 knobs but only 1 input. So
So
it's not a
as
plexi. But
expensive as Friedman's are, you could get a runt that has an effects loop and a DI out for less than that.
Shit,
For
you
la-
could get a B. You could get a B50 for less than that.
Yeah, you could get
Oh,
a
yeah?
100-watt BE50, a used one anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm just gonna shut up.
Paul done lost his mind. All right, let's see what else we
Said
got.
Does it
that
come
years
with-
and
wait a
years
minute, wait a
ago,
minute.
but that's
Does it
just
come with a case?
No, doesn't even come with a bag.
a cover.
Another amp.
Oh, yeah.
New from EVH, the 5150 Iconic Series, 80 watt. There's also
At least
100.
it's reasonably priced.
Yeah, now look at the difference in freaking price. And this one has tubes you can actually see.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of debate over this one online on the interwebs.
Yeah, this is already a hot topic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Foot
because the guy plugged
switch.
into it and doesn't sound like Eddie.
It doesn't.
He said,
Well, you got to have an EVH Stripe Series guitar.
Right.
Yeah, and if you plug it in, it just plays Eruption by itself. It's sort of like the Hendrix
Like
and the Silver Sky.
there's
amp.
power tubes in it, and I've heard that it's like a solid state and power like tubes in one amp or something like this.
I see 4 tubes, and then I see a lot of transistors.
Well, how many
I see a
watts is
box.
that? How many watts is that?
80.
This one's 80.
80. And it's only
There's
got 2
also a-
power tubes? That doesn't
Yeah.
seem like
No,
enough.
it looks to me like it has 4 power tubes.
There's
There's two preamp tubes right there.
There's
in
the
front.
preamp
They've got
tubes in the
covers
front.
over them.
Okay. All right.
There's something
yeah,
about
there's-
solid
oh, yeah,
state
yeah,
about
yeah.
it, though. I
There's
don't know
something
what it is.
It may there may be a solid. Is there a solid state power? A secondary power section that's solid state, maybe.
Could be.
You know, I'd be a buyer if it had more knobs.
It needs just a couple more.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you need at least 11 knobs. This is clearly not enough knobs. So you got a gain 1 and 2, an overdrive and a norm switch, a burn. There's a burn switch. Wonder what that does. Sets the
You know-
house on fire. There's
you know
a
what-
noise gate, an EQ that is 3-band. Then there's a volume 1, 2 with a boost, a reverb, a resonance, and a presence. Holy shit.
You know what the silly thing is, right? Like, people will buy that amp because they want the Eddie tone. Did Eddie use that amp?
No.
No.
Eddie's dead. He didn't even invent the amp.
You know, you want the Eddie tone. Use a
Too
Mark.
soon?
Yeah.
You'd have to go back if you want Eddie's tone. You're going to have to go back, and you're going to have to raise Jose Arredondo from the dead, and you're going to have him, and you're going to have to buy some Marshall.
Dead
James.
Jose and Dead Ed got to hook up to make this amp.
Well, then you got to buy your JMPs and your dual
Lexi.
super leads,
Yeah.
and then you have to have Jose mod them.
Don't forget
Damn,
the
Blackjack's
Variac.
right. It has 12 knobs.
Don't forget the Variac.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you got to have a Variac.
you got to have the Variac too, and
Dogba
then
hates
it
Marshall.
Then it might get close to Eddie sound, Eddie's sound, but then you're going to have to raise Eddie to play it to make it sound like Eddie.
Yeah.
Guess what? You're never gonna do. You're never gonna sound like Eddie. That's what you're
Yeah.
never gonna
Yeah.
do.
That's my point. Yeah.
But that's why they make this stuff, right? That's why they
Right.
put these guys' names on it. That's why PRS, hey, here's a Hendrix. You want to sound like Hendrix? Buy this. It's like, no, you're not going to sound like Hendrix. You know?
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
marketing.
yeah.
Johnny B. Yeah.
Line of the night goes to you.
Oh,
That was good. I like that. That was good. What else we got? Oh, okay. So we're moving on to another brand for you boys and girls. We have the Ibanez. Here's a signature model. This is the Ibanez.
Oh, jeez.
Ibanez dipped into the Fender pool with the guitar player you've never heard of, signature model. This is the headless Ibanez offering. So they're going
That
after
one,
some of that, Kiesel market.
Mm.
Yeah.
is that a 7-string?
No, it's a sixer.
Is it 6? Okay, yeah, okay. There,
It's a
yeah.
6. It's a 6. This is in vintage white matte. and there's like a roasted maple bird's eye board. Looks like it's almost like got those gold frets on it. Let's see what it's.
Are they gold EVOs?
Could be.
You remember that? You remember that drunk guy that designed that fender on the Monday?
Yeah.
He got fired and then went to work for Ibanez the next day.
And this was the following Monday.
That was the following, the next day when he got fired. Here's a guitar for you, Ibanez.
So this is a Japanese guitar virtuoso, Ichikiya Nito. Sorry, Ichikiyo, that I just butchered your name. Lightweight, resonant, Naitoa body. NATO body. Yeah. Like NATO.
Yeah.
Like the guys that nuked Japan. No, that wasn't NATO. NATO came after that. Has a solid tonal foundation, 3-piece roasted maple, Babinga. Okay, Babinga.
I went to school with that guy.
Wasn't he a pro wrestler in the 70s, Babinga? No, that's a different guy.
No, that was Big Van Bader.
Yeah, that's a different guy. It's got the exquisite Wizard C neck profile. Makes for furious fretting and two-hand tapping.
Cool.
Nice.
Roasted bird's eye maple fingerboard. Sends your playing from head to heel in no time. I don't know what that means.
You picked this up and you're gonna shred like Ingve.
That's right.
The 5-blade switch combines a Dyna Mix 8 switching system and an Ultra switch to unlock even more sounds. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds great for $999.
It's the EVO, Jescar EVO.
You get the 24 Jescar EVO frets.
It's not priced too badly though.
Yeah.
I mean for a made in Japan, that's actually not a bad price, under $1,000.
You know what they're doing? They're going after the Kiesels.
Yep.
If they finish making the guitar, like putting a head on it, then
look at it like this. There's no headstock to break off like on your Epiphone.
True.
Never gets old.
Shots fired.
There it is. Never gets old.
Well, I think you should order that, Brian. Pre-order that one.
Now, if you would like to have a fanned fret version,
oh dear Lord,
fanned fret version in a blue quilt maple, which I kind of actually like that top.
I don't hate that one.
I don't hate that one. $1,099. So you go up a little bit for the quilt and the fanned frettage, right? And the back there. Wow. Pretty back, nice.
Yeah, you got.
I mean, if you're really a weight conscious guitar player and you're really
like you're on a diet.
Well, no, like you're really conscious about the weight of your guitars. A lot of these headless guitars are really, really light.
So this one seems to have similar statistics.
You know what's
design?
You know what's really light? Like PRS, because it doesn't come with a case.
You know why they do that, don't you, Hack? Because when you sell it later to buy a Gibson, you pay less in shipping.
So that one also has the Jescar EVO gold frets as well.
Yes. So pretty much the same guitar, just in a different fanned fret.
And that one has a humbucker in the bridge too.
Oh, that's correct. That's right. You are correct. HSS on this model, yeah. And then they have another Ibanez. No, that's the same freaking Ibanez. Why are we not? Why I want to look at a different one. Let's look at this one. Yes, there it is.
And the Q54 and Seafoam. No, that's actually a good-looking guitar.
Same thing. Now this one doesn't have the fan frets, but it's the same HSS. This one is a Grand. You still get the roasted maple bird's eye board.
And, I like that one.
Yeah. So kind of a pretty color. Not horrible. What I think, is this walnut? I thought I read something about the neck being walnut on this one. I don't see that.
Mickey's asking what the fret size on those guitars is.
I believe these are medium jumbo.
Medium jumbos. Yeah, I believe that's what I saw.
It's pretty
It
much
doesn't
what
say
they put
right
on
here,
the
but I'm
Gibson.
pretty sure those are the medium jumbo. Let's see what it says down here. Hardware, electronics, miscellaneous.
Doesn't
Oh,
say.
it comes with a gig bag. Boo, boo,
Uh-oh.
boo. Yeah, it doesn't say. So, hey,
They look like medium jumbos.
yeah, I'm guessing medium jumbo.
That's pretty
If I had-
much what's out there
If I had to guess, that's what I'd go with.
now.
That's what I'd go with. One more Ibanez, and then we'll move on to a new brand. Now, these have been around in the past, and it's kind of interesting to me that they're reintroducing the pointiest of all pointy guitars. This is the Xifos, Xifhos. If you find one of these used
Oh, they're
with one
big
of the,
money.
oh my God, they're big dollar because they usually have like a
Big money,
metal flake
yeah.
finish. And if you can find one, especially that doesn't have the tips on every point
Chipped
busted
off,
off,
yeah.
they really want a lot of money for those.
They're big money. The Xifos, yeah, they're
Yeah.
really big money.
There's a big market for those guitars for the guys that do church gigs. Huge.
Yep.
Yes, yes. At the Satanic Church of Lucifer, these are in high demand. Look at that access cut, baby.
Yeah.
If you can't get down to the lower frets on that, you got no business down on the lower frets. Yeah. So this is all black. This is the iron label, ebony board, of course, all blacked out, no fret markers, black on black, death metal, sharp instrument,
The Braveheart model.
the Braveheart model.
You're not
Absolutely.
playing any Tom
Put
Petty.
your eye
on
out with that thing, kid.
You're probably not playing any Tom Petty. Yes,
No Tom
absolutely.
Petty on that.
No,
Not a lot of Tom Petty on
that's
that.
a John
Now
Cougar
you,
guitar.
now
Yeah.
you might be able to play some Tom Petty on this next one though.
You just try playing some Brown Eyed Girl on that thing.
Yeah.
Richard
Gretsch
Gretsch.
has some nice stuff.
You could play Black Eyed Girl with it after you beat her up with it.
A one-eyed girl, because you put her
one-eyed
other eye
You
out.
knocked her eye out. You put her eye out with that thing. Get out of line again, see what happens. So this is the new Player Series from Gretsch. It's a Player's Edition Jet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
US
you got-
made for sure.
So that's made in Japan.
Oh, Japan. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of money, yeah.
Yeah.
Cadillac Green,
Midnight-
Midnight Sapphire, which looks a lot like black, and Walnut Stain.
And those are coming with the TV Jones, I believe, the actual TV Jones pickups, right?
Oh, you get to real TV Jones. Let's see. Nope, they're Bronton BT65s.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Those Broadtron pickups sound just like TV Jones, though.
Yeah, they do.
They're actually really good. That's what you got in your Gretsch, right?
Yep.
Yours are the
Broadtron.
black tops. Yeah,
Yep.
Broadtron black tops. Acoustically rich chambered mahogany body. Standard U profile, which is their great neck. They have a nice
Yep.
neck on them. Graphtec nut again, tusk nut. 12-inch radius, 22 medium jumbo frets with the big block inlays. 2 Tim Shaw designed Brontron BT65 humbuckers. So
That
those
Tim
are
Shaw
slightly
guy gets
different.
around.
He does get around.
He gets
Yeah.
around.
Goto locking tuning and a Bigsby B7
B7.
through tailpiece.
Have you got a Gretsch thing up for the Billy Duffy model? Is that coming up or?
No, I don't. But
Not out
that's the
yet.
new Falcon. It's the new Falcon. I
Oh
didn't.
my God, those are sweet.
It's not out
Yeah,
yet.
I'll find one before then.
Thin
I'll look
body?
it up.
I don't know if they're out yet though. He's doing a thin body version.
Oh
Let's
my
just do
God,
a quick.
those are
Let's
sweet.
just do a quick. Gretsch. It's a Falcon.
White Falcon.
Yeah.
What's his name? Billy
Billy
Duffy.
Duffy.
See
Yeah.
what we come up.
There it is.
$3,700 is actually not bad for a full-on
dear
White
Lord.
Falcon.
That's $5,000 Canadian.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
That is
that's
pretty
not the thin body. That's the old. That's the regular one.
Yeah.
That's the old one. So the thin body is not out yet. It's coming.
Yeah.
You just like it because it has nickel hardware instead of gold.
That's part of it. Yeah.
It looked better in gold. Sound
Hey.
better in gold too.
Only 6
Yeah.
payments of $616.
My friend. That's
More on
a,
order.
it's the size of a Buick, but it's
Yeah.
A 57 Chevy.
Yeah, they're not small guitars.
All right, moving right along. There is another Gretsch that's
You
pretty
notice
cool.
to finish that guitar though, there's a headstock on there.
This is the Vintage Select 89 Sparkle Jet.
Yeah.
Entirely too much gold for hack on that particular.
I don't mind gold tops. I just hate gold hardware. Gold tops is
But-
Now
fine.
that I like. I like the silver sparkle. That's sexy.
That's cool, yeah.
They actually have these in stock. You can pick which one
There you
want.
go.
And I like that.
Oh, I like with the dark back too. That looks cool.
Yeah.
Isn't that sweet?
I like the I like the whatever the headstock inlays, I guess is what they call that.
Got a horseshoe inlay on the headstock.
Yeah.
You're lucky to own it.
That's a throwback to the 60s.
Hey, it's
the
got a case.
horseshoe inlay
Hey,
the case.
what the?
and a case.
$2,600 for an American-made Gretsch, ladies and gents.
No, it's Japanese made.
Or are these in Japan?
Yeah, those are made.
So I got the what kind of pickups are in that one?
TV Jones Classics.
That's
says.
got the TV. There you go. There's
That's the real pickups there. Yeah,
These are traditional Gretsch, yeah.
yeah. It's made in Japan.
Bone
Though.
nut. TV Jones TV Classic humbucker and a plus in the bridge. Yeah,
Little hotter
baby,
in the
hard
bridge.
shell case.
A little bit.
I don't think I've ever tried a Gretsch.
I played
nice.
a bunch of Gretches.
They're nice. There's a
They're
black one
okay.
apparently,
The
too.
necks on them actually I get along with.
Yeah, the necks are nice.
I mean, all joking aside, that little $500 guitar right there, $500 Gretsch is smoking good guitar.
Yeah. I traded mine in, but it was $500 too. It was great. It fit and finish was amazing for $499. I was like blown away. But I needed the SG like Don.
Yeah.
So, all right, that does it for the new Gretches. Here's a new. Well, this is a pedal maker entering into the guitar market. So this is a guitar by Boss. Now, actually, Boss didn't Roland and Boss the same thing,
Yeah.
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 and there is a Roland guitar. So I believe it's just coming over to the Boss brand. But this is a synthesizer,
Yeah.
onboard
I was
guitar
gonna say
synthesizer.
that's what Roland made. Was
Yeah.
guitars.
The synth, yeah.
$2,200 for the Boss Urus GS1 with the onboard synthesizer. Seems a little pricey
Yeah.
to me.
Is
What
it
do the
Urus
Line
or is
6
it-
guitars cost?
Is
They're
the
a
end
lot
silent?
cheaper than that.
Is the end silent? Is it Urus or Uranus? Is the end silent? Just wondering.
I was thinking you like Euro-us, but I could be wrong. And Eurus in Japanese could mean anus. Who
Yeah.
knows?
It could also mean sucker.
Yeah, true.
It can also mean you bought a $2,200 Boss pedal. It means sucker is what it means.
Yeah.
Pre-order now. Get them while they're hot. Hot new item says right there. If you see that,
Yeah.
hot new item.
New
So-
item.
Yeah.
You got that
Oh, yeah.
going for them.
That's gonna be hot as last night's leftovers in the fridge.
Yes. Also from Boss.
Nice.
Not new, just an anniversary model.
$59.
Holy
Jeez.
shit, that's cheap.
Yeah.
$60.
It's a
For the
great
40.
It's not
pedal.
the Waza. It's not the Waza, but
It's the 40th anniversary.
It's-
That's better than Waza. Waza didn't even exist yet.
I didn't get the wall. I got the standard one, and I
Standard
couldn't
one?
tell much difference between like when I was trying them out at the store.
Oh, really?
It's an amazing pedal, man.
Well, here's the original.
That's $100
You're rich.
Canadian. Now.
The original
yeah.
is $10 less.
the old
Wow.
yellow box.
It was
And there's the
89.
water.
I pay 89 for mine.
And the Waza 80, and you paid 89 in Canada. Damn.
Yep.
So you pay like
the-
$10 more for
the-
to be black? I
The
don't know.
Waza is 154.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not like there's not enough of a difference there for double the price.
Yes, it's $10 for black.
$10.
Black. Or
Meaning of black.
$25.75 in Canadian.
I like the
Extra.
yellow one better. It's more traditional.
More traditional. So we have the 40th anniversary Super Overdrive pedal. We also have the 30th anniversary Boss Metal Zone MT2.
Wow. Stubborn the metal.
The most hated pedal on earth that they can't make fast enough.
Yeah,
They sell a lot of them.
they sell a ton of them.
It's twice the metal. Send the MT2.
Hey, Dane, how many MT2s do you have in the shop now?
Dane wants us to not be too hard on that Boss guitar because he's like, it can do stuff you guys never heard.
Probably.
True.
Like Screamadelica type stuff that we've never heard. By the way, Don had a SG, but he sold it to Mitch. So
There we go.
yes,
The great Don Caper has been solved.
I should
the
say
Don
nothing that we
Capers.
say should be taken seriously. We're just goofing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we are. Oh yes, we're just goofing. We're totally
It's
goofing.
called commentary, guys.
I would like to get the heavy metal pedal, like the original one, like
Oh yeah,
the
the
80s one.
HM1.
Yeah.
The HM1. Yeah.
I can't find those anywhere. Just because
I think
it's
it-
nostalgic. Like that was my
you-
first ever pedal when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. Have you looked on Reverb?
No, not really. I just
Check on Reverb.
Yeah.
If you're gonna find them anywhere, you're definitely gonna find them there.
probably
That's
yeah.
You know, I got a funny story about overdrive. So when I went to buy my very first overdrive pedal, I wanted the most overdrive. So you had the SB1, you had the super overdrive. I got something called, I think it's called the turbo overdrive.
Yeah, the Turbo Super Max Overdrive because
It's like, well, wait a minute. That's super. That's turbo. That's even more. I want that one.
I want that one.
I'll have it.
I need more overdrive, which
my very first overdrive was a TubeWorks real tube overdrive, and I saved up, and I think I paid about $75 for it brand new, and this was
What year was this?
1980 something, maybe 89.
Oh, okay.
And so and we're talking the real BK Butler real tube overdrive, and it actually has a functioning 12AX7
Wow.
preamp tube in the pedal. You actually have to plug the pedal in. It's got a two-prong cord. You actually have to plug into the wall. But if you ever get a chance to play those pedals, they sound freaking phenomenal. They
It's like
sound
amp in a box.
absolutely phenomenal.
Amp in a box, basically.
Well, yeah, ish.
Ish.
It has a full preamp section, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But all I had back then was like a KMD, crate solid state amp, and it sounded great.
Yeah, I had a PV backstage, solid state.
Okay.
It was horrible. But I know
it was really bad.
solid state.
Well, since the Metal Zone is the over-the-top Boss pedal of all time, we are now entering into the over-the-top segment of the show.
Look at
This is episode
Tomorrow
number 2
on
of Evil Jumps.
TLWTV, the great Evil Knievel will attempt his second jump right here at the MGM Lion Spa Hotel and Pool Resort. It's going to be his biggest jump to date. We're going to catch up with Evil poolside
Right,
for a little
Brian's
interview
backyard.
while he's relaxing before tomorrow's jump. Ladies and gentlemen,
Here's my
here we are
backyard.
poolside at the
That's cool.
wonderful MGM Spa and Pool Resort. And we're going to get a few words with the great Evil Knievel as he enjoys his day off before the big jump. Evil, we hate to disturb you on such a beautiful day while you're enjoying the sunshine in the pool, but we're
Evil's
curious
getting a
about your
tan like
feelings
heck.
about the big jump tomorrow. Well, you know, I made a pretty good jump on the last one. Hit 5 pedals pretty easily. Probably could have went further. We're going to try a Helix LT tomorrow. Pretty confident about the jump. Made some upgrades to the ramps. Bike's running good, so I think we're in good shape. So tune in tomorrow. Check out the big jump. All right, thanks, Evil, and good luck. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to TLW TV. We're high above, looking down on Evil as he gets his final view of the jump. He shocked the world today by adding to the length by putting in 2 cars and 2 motorcycles.
Which was a horrible mistake.
The world record today. Only one way to find out. Best of luck, Evil.
Should have just stuck with the Helix. And Evil will go. Oh, it's a horrible crash for Evil. Let's take a look at the slow motion instant replay and see what went wrong.
Oh, geez.
He would have made it if he just stuck with the Helix, but no.
He lost his helmet.
And now from another angle. It's a bad wreck when you lose your helmet. Evil had his front wheel too high when he hit the ramp. Wait till you see the instant replay of the helmet. And now from the ground level
Watch
camera.
the helmet. Watch
Yes,
the helmet.
we can see Evil was in trouble from the very beginning of the jump.
Watch.
Just a horrible crash for Evil.
Watch the helmet.
Let's go down to the ramps and see if he's okay. Let's check in with Evil and see what his condition is. Evil, how are you feeling after that absolutely brutal crash?
Well, what do you mean, how am I feeling? I just broke every bone on my body again. What are you, some kind of friggin' idiot? Go away, dumbass.
Thanks, Evil, and good luck on your recovery.
Poor Evil.
What I thought
You know,
was
when you
cool-
lose your helmet, that's an ouchie.
Yeah.
What I thought was cool about that video is like Evil's getting a tan, but he keeps his gloves on. Eh? 'Cause he-
Yeah. Well, you know.
You can't have your hands burnt because you
No,
know.
when he gets-
my hands can't burn, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
yeah.
That was awesome.
Your
I
lord.
love the helmet in slow mo. And then one last.
Dangerous.
Poor,
job.
the reporter. What a dumbass.
Yeah.
How you feeling after that horrific crash?
Hey, some kind of dumbass? Oh my god.
How the hell you think I feel, you dick? I broke every bone of my body.
Oh shit.
Again. All right, moving right along. We had that little interlude of comedy. Now it's time for the Plimsoll. Hack, you sold your Plimsoll.
Yes, I did.
There's a
I had-
Plimsoll Mark II you must get.
That's the there was I had the original. There's another one that came out that was purple,
Yes, Mark, I have way too much.
which I heard was not as good as the original, and now I think this is like they call it a Mark II, but it's really the third version of it. But it's a great, you know what? It's a great drive pedal. I had it for years. It was my main drive for a long, like for hard rock and stuff. It's really, really good. And I don't know if this one has it too. Can you put the knobs, like the flat, so I can see the knobs? Because
We got a soft clip.
it still
a hard
has the
clip.
hard clipping. So like you can hard clip it, which makes it more of a distortion sound. So you have your regular gain, soft clipped. Okay, they're calling it soft. So basically, what's cool about this pedal is you can work it as just a straight overdrive and use the soft clipping. But if you want a distorted sound, then you would just use the hard clipping. So it's kind of like an overdrive / distortion, and there's a treble in there too. That's cool. That's cool.
Pretty
Well, and
purple.
you also have 9 or 18 volts as well, so you can probably
Yeah,
push a little bit more out of the 18.
Well, the one I had, you could run it at 18 or 9.
Okay.
And I did both, and I didn't hear a difference. I don't know. I just didn't.
I like how they put the input
Yeah.
output print upside down, so when
You
you
can
hold
read
the
it.
pedal up to look at it,
Yeah.
when you go, oh yeah,
Stand it up to look at it.
Yeah. No, it's a great pedal, but
Was it always that expensive, Hack?
yeah,
Two-
it's
two-
No, that's a little bit price
Yeah.
more. I think they went for about in actually that's like what they went for Canadian
Yeah.
brand new. Yeah. So that would be like $250.
Germanium diodes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But they're great, but you can
Plimsoll,
find them used. The original Plimsolls, you see them used all the time.
Like
there's
$100
actually
or
something in
something.
stock.
Well, I sold mine for $120.
Yeah,
Before
So,
we leave
in the US,
Sweetwater,
that'd
you
be
guys
like-
want to see something
20.
Buck
Sad.
95.
25.
You got change?
before we leave Gibson? I want to show you something here that's kind of sad. These are the Gibson guitars that Sweetwater sells.
Mm-hmm.
Whole full page. Another all the way down. All the way down. Another page. Come on, page. Another page. All the way down. These are the ones that they get. These are the Sweetwater Gibson guitars.
From
Now,
Lefty,
you want to know how many they have in stock? These are the Gibson guitars you can actually buy from Sweetwater.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Really?
That's it. You could get a Les Paul Special with either a P90 or a humbucker, or you could get a SG Standard, not the 61, or you could get a Slash,
Wow.
and that's it. That's all they got.
Stock
crazy.
is gone.
It's gone, man. There
It's
are
close.
none. There are none.
That is crazy.
Isn't that crazy? All right, moving on. We got one more brand to look at. Actually, two more brands.
ESP.
So we have the ESP new models tonight. Some of these aren't really new. I think the only one that actually came out at NAMM was the 30th anniversary Kurt Hammock Spider. This one here. These all came out earlier. There's a full thickness Eclipse now, so it's the same thickness as a Gibson Les Paul instead of their normal. They're about half as thick, right? The Eclipses are about half as thick. And Dave brought up today, he saw that ESP has announced that all their LTD deluxe models, the 1000 series on and up, will have stainless steel frets from now on, which is a nice upgrade.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So that's pretty cool. But they didn't really have a whole lot of new stuff come out at NAMM like a lot of other of the brands. So
I don't think ESP was at NAMM either.
No.
No, I don't think they were.
Neither
and
was
they're-
Ibanez. Neither was Crutch.
Nobody was
Yeah.
except for Reverend, I think, was the only real.
Reverend for Electrics was the only one that, because I watched a couple of channels that did walkthroughs.
Yeah.
They had Martin was there and Taylor was there for acoustics.
Yeah. Yeah, not much.
I wonder how much of that has to do with COVID and how much of it has to do with we're not going back to NAMM because there's no reason to pay them because of social media.
Well,
we can just do it ourselves.
The winter NAMM will tell us a lot about
Yeah.
the future of NAMM, I think.
Right.
Because there wasn't a lot of turnaround time if you think about it, right? You
Mm.
know, or were they going to have it? Weren't they going to have it? You know, who's going to be ready to do it? You know,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, historically speaking, Summer NAMM, was never the big reveal NAMM.
Right.
As,
It's usually
I
the
mean,
winter, right?
you would get some like mid-year model, some changes, right? Like maybe a different finish or something, but they typically always save their big
Yeah.
reveals, their big model reveals, their new stuff for winter NAMM. So
Yeah.
there's-
Yeah. But the difference in the show from what we went to in 2019
Right.
to what we saw this, like
Night
it's
and
not
day,
even.
night and day.
No.
Not even.
Like close.
This looked like a high school science fair.
your
or something.
project, yeah.
Yeah, that was there, not a trade show of that.
It was like
nature.
an eighth. It was
Yeah.
the corner. It was the corner of the room
Yep.
that we went to.
I
It was
would
a little
say
corner.
the Gibson booth alone was bigger than this year's NAMM.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So,
You
yeah.
might be right. Pretty close. If you include all the Kramers and the Epiphones out front.
Yeah, though I'm talking the whole thing: the electrics, the acoustics, the Kramers, everything.
Yeah.
Probably bigger than this year's NAMM.
Yep. All right, we got a couple more things to hit, gang, before we let you go. We're closing in on the 2-hour mark. So our friend Lawrence Petros has just dropped a new pedal. This is his Cascade Reverb, and I own one, and it is fantastic. And that knob setting right there is what I use. And I tell you, on this particular pedal, Lawrence is giving you a quick start guide. So he's got dialed in a bunch of different types of reverb effect that you can get. But the great thing about it is it's a plate reverb, and all LPD pedals, you put the knobs at 0 at noon, and they sound terrific. And that's where this one, it's absolutely his go. He calls this his go-to, and mine's on all the time now. So this is available. Lawrence says he has 3 of these left. So you need to go to lpdpedals.com. Okay, lpdpedals.com. This is not a limited edition model. He'll have more of them, but he has 3 of the first run left. Okay, if you want that. There's also a new pedal that is coming out in the next couple of days.
I guess he ships to Canada, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he ships. Yes, he ships to Canada, most definitely. Oops, we don't need that anymore. Let's get rid
I like
of
that it's a plate reverb because I am not a fan of spring. I love plate. Plate is that's Eddie Van Halen. That's plate reverb.
And most of your
I'm
classic
both.
rock.
I like spring and plate.
This one you can actually, like I showed you his little diagram, you can dial it in so you get kind of that springy type thing, right? This is a new pedal that's coming out now. I already had it. I've had it since May. This is this Embers Overdrive. This is a Klon. It's a Klon with a bass knob. So your typical Klon has a level of gain and a treble. As you turn up the gain on a Klon, it's actually a double stacked tone pot on a real Klon. You also are adding in mids. So you have the treble knob to counteract that. But Lawrence went ahead and put in a bass knob as well. So you have optional EQ. If you leave the bass knob at noon where it is in this photograph, it's just like a regular Klon circuit. This thing plays so great with the Lawrence Petros 74. Turn the gain down, use it as a boost into the 74, or by itself turn the gain up, and it's just the most beautiful light overdrive. Now,
that's what I was. That's what I would ask you is like, how is it as a standalone overdrive?
It's fucking fantastic. Pardon the French. Run this into my clean channel on my Friedman with the gain cranked, and use it as an overdrive itself instead of a boost. It's Aerosmith in a box. It just does that late 70s era crunchy gain, but you got to turn it all the way up. And a lot of people use a Klon just as a boost with the gain. You know, turn that gain up on this thing. It sounds terrific. This is to get this pedal, it's going to be a limited edition. So in order to get one, you got to go to lpdpedals.com. You got to sign up for the newsletter, and there'll be an email that you'll get from the newsletter sign up that'll get you into the limited edition store, and you'll be able to get one of these, and it's coming out like on the 30th, I believe, so within the next week or so. So seriously, if you guys are in the market for a Klon pedal, you're not going to find one that's any better than this. It's really great.
This is V2 of this pedal, by the way.
This is the second one that he's come out with. And this one, I think he added the bass. The difference is he added that bass tone to it, I believe.
Yeah, I don't remember. I played with one of the original Embers, and it was a really good pedal. So I can't remember. It's been
my second question with this is you were saying to get as a light overdrive, you would crank the gain on it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, if you were to crank the gain and stack it with the 74, is it too fizzy, too noisy?
No. If you want to try to get further, if you want to get beyond the plexi into JCM 800 territory, you can use the gain to overdrive the 74 to get there.
You know, I get that because I'm looking at,
but it's not fizzy.
My
This
use
pedal
for it,
is also very quiet. Like a lot of clones are very hissy. When you turn the gain up, you get a lot of hiss. This one is not like that. It's very quiet. So, but
'Cause I'm-
yeah,
for my use, that's why I'm asking, because for my use, I have a light overdrive and then I have the 74,
right.
but I need this to give me a bit of drive, and I also want to be able to stack it, and I won't be turning knobs. Like I set it and I forget it, right? So
This would just be for you. It would just be like sitting a clon in front of a cranked gain plexi. That's exactly what it sounds like in front of the 74. And it
No-
works great with the 87 too, but with the 74,
no matter where the gain is on there.
there's not too much gain on this. You can crank the gain all the way up and still run it into your amp in a box and not be over the top.
Yeah, I'd
You
have
will
to,
get-
I'd have to hear it.
But where I'm running it as a boost is about maybe 9 o'clock ish on the gain knob, and everything else straight up. And that into the 74 is just magical. It's really good. So I'm a big fan. Like I said, I've had it since May. I got one of the first couple that came out. I'm not even sure that this enclosure you're looking at is the final rendition of what you'll get, but Lawrence did tell me I could go ahead and show you guys this tonight. So
Do you know what he's selling them for?
I tried to look up what I paid for it. It's more than the reverb pedal. It's probably around $250.
Okay, that's
not-
3,000 Canadian. So.
Yeah, 3,000 Canadian. It's not cheap, but
not.
I had a really good, highly rated Klon pedal before, the
It's
Rocky
gold.
Repaired Amp Klon pedal. This
pedal.
kicks its ass. This kicks its ass. It's better.
Jay Mascus uses it with a ring modulator.
Sure he does.
When Hugh.
Sure he does.
Yeah, I don't mind that it's gold because it's a pedal. It's not a guitar.
Actually, it's not gold. It's not gold. That's just the light reflecting.
oh,
Oh.
even
Just-
better.
Yeah,
now I
it's
don't
just
want
it's just a matte black, like a brushed top on a silver case, or
Yeah.
like a metal, like a pot metal. It almost looks like a pot metal case enclosure. It's kind of big. I don't know if it's bigger than the normal
Oh, it is
Lawrence
big.
pedal. It's thick. It's thick. It's not bigger in size. It's thicker than normal. Instead of being like this, it's like that. And
Right.
I suppose that's has it. You had to stuff some extra stuff in there. But yeah, man, good pedal. I really like it. I can't recommend it enough. If you're after a light overdrive or a boost pedal, you know Lawrence can't make nothing that's bad,
Yeah.
right? He don't make bad gear. So, all right, we're about to sign off here. I got one more thing to show, but before we do that, you guys got anything you want to add in tonight?
Not really.
Anything?
I think you covered a lot of the stuff that happened. Pretty
Yeah.
much everything.
So,
Pretty much. There was a lot of other gear. Like if you go to the Sweetwater page and you click what's new at the top, there's a few pedals. There was a J Rocket delay pedal, a few different pedals that came out, but most of the stuff is stuff that came out a month or two before NAMM. So you've
Marshall is coming out with something in the next couple of weeks, and they're working on something, an amp, and they're also working with something with BMW motorcycles for some reason.
Oh, really?
I got that notification today, and it says
You'll have
Marshall
to
and
buy the BMW Marshall.
It says Marshall and BMW are working together. Stay tuned next week for a big announcement. Who
they're
knows what the hell?
targeting the
that
Brian
means.
Cotes in the
Yeah,
world.
they got into my database and they know.
they got you right dead
Yeah.
at their sites.
Yeah, really.
This is designed for Brian. Cohen.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be etched into the back.
I'll have to end up buying a new amp and motorcycle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or maybe that maybe
Matching
the,
set. Maybe they come
no,
together. Maybe if you
no.
buy the motorcycle, you get the amp.
Oh yeah.
No,
vice versa.
No, maybe if you buy the motorcycle, it is the amp.
Ah.
Like what car was it that had the amp in the trunk?
It was Volkswagen.
Yeah,
Volkswagen.
it was
Oh,
Volkswagen.
yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Volkswagen car.
Yeah, they sold a lot of those, I bet.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You know
they
who,
sold
you know
it.
who drives
Well,
one of those?
actually,
right?
there was actually a guitar.
Yeah, it came with a guitar
in
Oh, yeah.
Volkswagen.
in the
and-
trunk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know,
But I
who
can't
bought one
remember
of those-
what brand
you know who
guitar
bought
was
one
it.
of those
Fender.
cars?
It was
Fender,
Fender.
It
yeah.
was a Fender.
It was a Fender. You know who drives
Of course-
that car?
of course it
Jay
was.
Mascus.
Jay
drives that.
Mascus, yeah, and Corey Wong.
He
Corey
drove
Wong.
it to the studio when he performed on the Screamadelica album.
Yeah,
Right.
That's the guitar he played on it, was the
Oh,
Volkswagen Fender guitar on the Screamadelica album.
That's right.
All right, one more thing to show. So, boys and girls, about, oh my God, how many months ago now? It seems like a lot. 2.5 months ago, I ordered a guitar from the Soviet Union, which is now Russia. I guess I shouldn't call them Soviet Union anymore. They're Soviet.
Probably not.
I ordered a
That's
guitar
probably
from a
politically
guitar
incorrect.
company. It's politically incorrect in Russia to call them the Soviet Union.
Yes.
Probably. They put you in the gulag for that, by the way.
Yeah.
In China, you just get one behind the ear, but in
Right.
Russia, you get the gulag. No, literally, I ordered a guitar from a brand named Truman, and I told them I wanted a replica of a Mick Mars Fender Stratocaster. I can't even say the word because I'm such a Fender hater. This is what they came up with.
that's awesome.
And if you know what the Mick Mars Fender Stratocaster looks like,
Yeah,
they friggin' killed it. So they just finished it. It's going to ship here in a couple of days. I didn't actually pay them for the over-the-top relic job, but they threw it in anyway. So this is my... And notice the 2-knob configuration.
yeah.
Yeah.
The great thing about this guitar is all the way through the process, they sent me pictures. They said,
Nice.
hey, do you want it like this? You want it like that? You want this? You want
Shit.
that?
You want like this, you want like that, and this, and
Let's just put it this way. At the Fender Custom Shop, this was unobtainable. By the way,
No.
the guitar is called the Mars Probe.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Custom tailplate there. And, of course, it's all reliced out as
What's-
mixed guitar. So
Was
if
it
you go
was
look
it
up
a was it a lot of money, Brian?
No, it wasn't. So the base model for their Strat, which they call S style, is $1,700. So throw in complete modification of a HSH, 2 knobs, a real German Floyd Rose, a locking nut, stainless steel frets, which they charged me a whole whopping $40 extra for, all the relicking, the everything, $2,400.
Wow,
That's shipped from Russia.
insane.
So half of what a
Custom
Fender
shop.
custom shop, maybe less than half.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
Now,
you'd be looking
granted,
at $6,000.
Now, Truman, if you guys aren't familiar, our friend Guitar Pit
Yeah.
has a Truman T-style guitar that is more or less their top of the line guitar. They've sold others of his. They've made more than one, which is like a galaxy painted on it, and then they over the top reliced it. Now they have less expensive models. I said this one was $1,750. That included like their medium relic job. You can get ones that aren't relic. It's sort of like going to Friedman, where they have non-relict and relict, but they have more than one level of relict. And shipped in a coffin, maybe, you know. Guitar Pick got his in a hand-built crate.
Wow.
I don't think I'm getting that. I didn't order the case. I did pay a little. They have 2 options of bags and a case. I got like the medium bag option, which is a really nice bag that it's coming with.
I'd be very
So-
interested to know what the fit and finish is like when you actually get it in your hands to see like all the details. Yeah.
I'm excited to do that too. Talking to Chris about his, he just loves his.
Yeah.
His pickups are their PAF style hand wound. These are their new pickups, which are a little bit hotter, hand wound. So these are Truman pickups. Everything. The only thing that's not, the only store bought items on here are the Floyd, the locking nut, the pots, the knobs, the switch, the input jack. Everything else they made from scratch. They cut they cut the body out with the CNC machine. They cut the neck out. I said I like the pattern thin neck from PRS. That's the shape I'm getting. So you literally get to pick every detail.
How
everything
easy
that
was
you-
it to do the deal? Like you had to do it through email and stuff, or
yeah, the emails back and forth were super easy. They have one guy in his shop who speaks perfect English. I can't pronounce his real name. He goes by the nickname of Hercules, which makes it easy because I literally cannot. His first name has way too many consonants in
So
it.
you've spoken to him on the phone and stuff?
Spoken to him on the phone, spoken to him through text, spoken to him through email. They update you all the way along. It's a little bit late. It was supposed to be here in the middle of June, but one of their shop guys, actually their luthier, got COVID.
Yeah.
So that knocked everything back. So it's about a month late, but I'm not going to hold that against them.
Yeah.
They literally a month ago were like, "Oh man, we haven't forgot about you." And I'm like, "Guys, I want the guitar to be when you're happy with it, that's when you ship it to me. We're not worried about a hard deadline here."
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm really, really excited to get it. So
looks
right
great.
now it's hanging up. So some of the stain and things they did, the dyes to give it the aging property, got to dry a few more days. But
What's the back of the neck like?
It's all.
Does it show? Doesn't
it's
show
all-
a picture of the
it's
back.
it's all worn in.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all worn out.
They literally they did it like they did guitar pits. They literally took dirt.
Wow.
I'm talking about real dirt and rubbed it into the neck. I mean, they go all out. So if you don't like relic guitars, you're not going to like this.
Yeah.
Right. But you can
I'd get a relic, like an actual relic, butterscotch telly or something.
well, they
'cause-
would make you one.
Yeah,
They wouldn't.
'cause-
They make a T style. They
Yeah.
would make you one.
Yep.
So
So
and
it
thanks,
looks like
thanks
Bobby-
Dave for putting up the link. This one will probably be on the front page of their website here pretty soon because it's going to be a model that they're going to offer like they did Chris's.
Cool.
So, yeah, we call it the Mars probe because it's the Mick Mars copy, and the Russians are big into going to space. Just made sense.
I saw a video
anyway.
the other day, and it was Mick Mars actually playing that same guitar, like that same
Yeah,
the one you're modeled on.
Yeah, it's an Olympic white telly with the tortoise guard, right? And of course, his is all worn down naturally from natural motley shredding. So,
Motley abuse.
motley abuse, right? And I actually just saw him in a video the other day. He still has the guitar, but now it has a white pick guard on it. It's the same guitar because you can tell from all the. When I get it, I'll present a picture of the guitar. I said, make me that, make it look like that, and you'll see how close they actually.
The
did.
video I saw from him, he was playing with country artists.
Bobby
Yeah, he's-
Bobby Lopes. No, I don't think they do. The only two models that they show on the website, which I linked there, is the Telecaster and the Strat.
But literally, if you contact them, they'll make what you want. They will make what you. If you say, "I want," will you guys be interested in making this? They'll be like, "Hell yeah, we will." So if you
Right
want
on.
it, they'll make it. And
Does it come
you
with a
know,
ballistic missile?
Absolutely. It comes with a ballistic missile with uranium that Hillary Clinton sold them.
Yeah, this video will get chopped.
Yeah.
Get deleted now. So, no, man, the Russians are cool.
No, I know, but Hillary Clinton.
Oh, Hillary Clinton will get it deleted.
Yeah.
She's delete worthy. Mitch says, I heard the Russians just get. No, that's not true. No, these guys are really cool. They're super easy to work with. I said, this is what I want. They made a PDF of the specs. Okay, blah, 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 for me to approve.
Wow.
I sent them. I didn't even have to pay them the whole amount. I paid them 2/3 up front. They start building your guitar. They send you pictures all along the way. If there's a question, like knob placement, I said, I want 2 knobs. I don't want one near the bridge.
Right.
Delete the Fender volume knob. They're like, a week or so ago, they're like, do you want the 2 down below where they'd be on the Fender, or do you want them like Kramer would do, where they're a little bit spread apart? I'm like, do the spread apart. Looks better. All the way through, you get to pick everything. $40 for stainless steel fret upgrade. Go call Fender up and ask them how much a stainless steel fret upgrade is. Right?
Yeah.
So, extremely excited. Can't wait.
That's awesome.
So-
Yeah,
That's
can't wait
cool.
till you get it too.
Yeah. What else is new? Anything else you guys want to close with tonight?
Be
We did
good.
2
be
hours
good
and
at
10
it.
minutes.
Can't be good. Be good at it.
Yeah.
Can't beat that. So I do the rock on. What about you, Hack? Got anything? You got a show next week, Hack?
Not next week, but I believe I'm going to be doing solo stuff. But I think live shows not next week, but the week after. But I might be on Fruitcake Tony's thing on Saturday night because he's doing an extreme show, and I'm a huge extreme fan. So,
Oh, okay. He's doing
so check out Fruitcake Tony.
He's doing a show me your pick on Extreme.
Yeah, 9 p.m.
Ooh. Is he
on
giving
Saturday.
away a Nuno pick? Because you're going to have to be in that lottery, man.
You know what? Yeah, I'm kind of screwing myself, aren't I? Because I can't win.
Oh, you can't win if you're on? You won't get the Nuno pick. Well, if I win, I'll give you the Nuno pick.
Oh, that's so. I tell you what, I'll feed you the answer before you even ask the question.
That's what you do. So before the show comes on, you email me the answer. Then I'll answer, get the pick, and then I'll send it to you.
There you go.
And it'll only be $27 shipping because you're in Canada.
Yeah, and it'll take 6 months to get here. Yeah,
it'll get there about the time your Livewire shirt gets there.
yeah.
Jeez.
That's right.
Brian, how about you? Anything new coming up? You got a new show next Monday? Or you're still on hiatus?
I'm just taking
what's
this.
going on?
Yeah, taking the summer off really for Monday night shows and be back in the fall with some new stuff. I'm actually putting together a whole analog setup, believe it or not, being the Helix guy for I guess many years now, for a couple of years anyway. I've got the amp now and I've got a whole pedal board set up, and I'm really having some fun diving deep into that world again. So
Coming back to the light.
yeah,
Circle back around to the tubes,
It's
just like
you
I
know,
did.
It's a lot of fun just to try different
It is
things,
fun.
and
Pedals are fun.
That's
Hey,
why
man, that Marshall amp sounds freaking
it's
great, don't it?
amazing. I just
right?
love it. I love that amp, and I'd even buy the other series, like the Jubilee one. And
You want the Plexi and the silver?
Plexi,
You
yeah.
want the silver? He's
It's
gonna
so
have
cool.
a stack of amps. Just
Yeah.
wait; these heads will be stacked up.
You know he's going to end up being like Tone King, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh my God!
That'd be the background.
Tone King has the market cornered, man.
I know he's got a
Holy
crazy
crap.
amount of amps.
When Tone King dies, his kids
Oh,
are going to
yeah.
be rich just on the freaking gear auction.
I hear you. Yeah.
You know what you need, Brian? You need a Friedman.
I had one for a while.
You need
You need another one.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
You
digging
need
this
one
Marshall,
with red
man.
Tolex.
Yeah,
Because that makes it sound better.
I don't know.
Tone Tolex.
Those Marshalls, man, they sound amazing. They're really good. But you have to crank them. I'm just telling you guys, if you get
you gotta
one,
crank everything.
yeah.
man.
So
You got to crank them. You need an attenuator.
well, that's what I have, that Fryette thing that's a lifesaver for that, because I just set my Marshall up with the tone I like at the full volume that I like, and then I go through that attenuator, and it doesn't screw up your tone or anything. I wonder if
Hunter
what?
Biden could get him a deal on a Russian Truman.
There you go. Absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta be into politics to get that one.
Yep.
It's over my head.
So anyway, that went right over Hack's head. Hack's like, who the hell's Hunter?
Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son.
It's President Biden's son who's benefited. Let's just say he's benefited a tad from his daddy being VP. Let's just say,
Yeah.
slightly. Hey, if my dad was Prez or VP, I'd be like, it's time to get paid. What are you gonna do? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that probably ought to seal the deal for tonight. So appreciate everybody tuning in, watching the show.
Yeah. Thanks.
And we'll probably do another one of these in 2 or 3 weeks or something. Hack's off next week, but we may not have anything to talk about. So we're going to try to do these mostly on the weeks that Hack's not doing his live show, but he's slacking right now and not doing live shows. So we may have to just skip a week. Slacker. So you're obviously just laying out, getting a tan. That's all he's doing.
Go play your Epiphone.
Yeah, play your Epiphone.
Yeah, I'm going to buy one tomorrow.
Yeah. Get hey, when them Lifeson Epiphone shows up, you're gonna be down there at Cosmo.
Yeah.
Dude,
I know you are.
I'd love to try one. I wouldn't buy one, but I'd love to try one to see what they're like.
You say that now.
You say that until you play it, and then you start thinking about it, and it's
Yeah,
like,
what can
I
I
really
sell?
like it.
I've heard Hack say in the past that a Les Paul with the Floyd is an abomination.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he's anxious to try
He's
one.
wanting to try one.
This is an Epiphone, so it doesn't count.
Oh.
Just think that could be your beater guitar, the one you take and play at gigs.
Yeah, that's
It
why I
could
got
replace
the-
that.
the
It
one
could
nice
replace
thing
that
about it-
Epiphone back there with that Gibson headstock on it.
Right.
that PRS. That's what's going on my
Well,
first gig.
well, look at it this
That's-
way. Look,
that's your
look
beater
at it
guitar.
this way.
That's a beater.
Because it only came with the bag, therefore it's
Yeah.
automatically a beater.
But now, look at it this way: if you were to buy the Lifeson, and it does have a Floyd, so it's gonna be tuning stability even head and shoulders above anything else you got there.
Oh, wait a minute. The Floyd's going to ruin it because I got to go to E flat, E flat, then I drop D. I need a detune on that, and I got to set it up to permanent.
You need to buy 2 of them.
That's right. Well, Alex, be happy.
2 so you can play in stereo.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Because it has two outputs.
Or just get either that or just do like what's his name does and get 4 necks and
4 neck.
Nielsen?
Rick Nielsen. Or I wasn't thinking Rick Nielsen. I was thinking Michelangelo Badio.
Oh yeah.
Rick Nielsen's
I got
got the 5 necks in a row, but what's the guy that's got them around?
Michelangelo Badio.
Around the heart, right?
Yeah.
It's like the necks go around like this.
Ridiculous.
It's like anything more than
that
6 strings is overkill.
That dude is a freak
He is a freak.
because he can play. He's ambidextrous. He plays with both hands.
Jeez.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just as good left-handed as he is right-handed.
Wow.
See, Mickey, that's when you only buy a guitar like that when you have a roadie. If you have to tune that shit yourself, you ain't buying it.
That's why
Right?
I blocked the trem on that one just for that reason because I think can't move. I got to go E flat, E, and it's got to stay in tune.
No out of tune. All right. Thanks to all of our Guitar Planet fans, ladies and gents. We thank you very much for enjoying the show. See a couple of new names. Jerry W., thanks for joining in. So until next time on the Guitar Planet, be good and buy gear. Buy lots and lots of gear.
Absolutely.
Good night.
With your
See you,
money.
folks.